Troops, boom boom, we're in. Can you believe it? We're here, live in the flesh. We've got two tremendous young men in the studio today, recently rising to huge heights. Some would say rising. We've got the first one in, mate. We've got a rising count on the go.
Rising count starts now.
Number one, Joe. Right, you ready?
Got the rap battle to the death that you've been waiting for.
That's it, mate. Aye, this is the final dance. This is
Chickens in the bag, man. I've got a boxing glove each.
Aye, one dig each. See who goes down first.
Aye.
Imagine this was just like a 2-minute hang and that's what we've done and we just wrapped it up. I think that would do well still. I think that would fly, mate.
Celtic and Rangers fan and fight to death.
That's what I said to him when we those rap people on the TikTok. They're like, "Aye, Fred, you get Specksy and get a rap battle to the death."
To the death.
Like, rap battle to the death. So I'm like to him, right here, rap battle to the death. I was like, "We'll get it in a Coliseum like the old days."
They all dress up as gladiators.
Look, I'm confident about this podcast and that. I think we need a bigger arena, mate, for the rap battle between you two. I've been kind of taking the other spin on it. I've been saying to people, I'm trying to end sectarianism today. I'm trying to bring it to an end. I'm trying to bring it, the divide together through rap.
Yes, exactly. Through lyrics, through music.
Right. What about this? Why don't you write a tune about maybe Celtic players you kinda like Callum McGregor? He's actually no that bad. Things like that.
I'll be honest, Calvin Bassett, he's solid, man.
He's doing well.
He's doing well, but I don't know.
I don't know if I can quite bring myself to doing something like that. But
I think serious
we'll
money
get
have to be put on the table, boys.
Exactly. We need a money offer, 6 figures at least. The next Celtic tune that will be coming will be me and Sean's parody.
Oh, hey now.
Let's go for it.
There's a lot of big chat, mate. Big chat about this, mate.
The Twitter has been bouncing.
Oh, mate. It's the kids want the collab, as they say.
I can't walk down any street in Glasgow without saying, when are you and Specksy going to make some? When he's going to make some magic together?
There was somebody came to Sean's work, chapped the door and all that. Mate, when's it happening? He was like, mate, you need to go at work. What's in a school, this guy, you know what I mean? It's fucking crazy, innit?
Postman at my door, like, when's it? When you
through the letterbox, when's it happening?
I say, listen, it's so hard to get hold of Specksy nowadays.
I always answer my DMs.
Phoning, emailing, DMing, faxing his management. I'm getting fuck all back, and here we are, baby.
Aye, that's it. We got him in the end. No, that was the thing when you posted saying I got hold of his management. Fucking, I had to when I wrote that tweet to the SO, obviously John Paul, when I was trying to get Rising played at Parkhead. I was trying to write it as formally as I could using the 250 characters. You know what I mean? I'm like, this is a formal request from Specksy himself. You know what I mean? Worded it perfect, mate, but a lot of that down there. Were you waiting for it that day?
Next season, mate. I just wanted to do the Paradise Windfall. You fucking won that?
I won the Paradise Windfall.
Mate, so, oh my God. Was it you that said to me? Because I said to somebody, mate, when I picked him up the day, I didn't know about this, right? I picked him up the day and I'm like, like blah blah blah, Specksy, and he's like, is that the guy that won the Paradise Windfall? And I'm like, no, mate, he's got a tune, mate. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping, mate. Mate, I didn't know. Both, mate. We truly are rising, mate.
It was arm and art. It was, you know what I mean, as you say, man.
When did you win this? Tell me about this.
It was a Bodo Glump game, so unfortunately they pumped us that game, do you know what I mean?
Mate, I would not have been
I did not give it
I would have went out and ordered 2 Bodo taps after that game, mate. I would not have done that.
No, but that was it, mate. It was like fucking, so I was at the game, my pal Kimmy sits beside me, like, we would just buy like 1 or 2 tickets every game between us. I mean, like you got a spare £2 or a £5, man. You'll just £2 a ticket it is. So it's like a 1 in 150,000 to 1 chance. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of the ones. It's like fucking because people are buying 2 tickets, 3 tickets. You can buy them for home, so you don't ever think you're going to win it. And then I was just like sitting. We were walking up. We were getting beat at half time. I'm like, fuck this, man. Pure shite, man. Fucking can't even get through in the fucking conference. Walking up the stair, and then I just hear. We've got last week's winner, Darren from Coatbridge, the Paradise Windfall. So the guy that won it the week before was for Coatbridge. He won 25 grand at the Old Firm, and he has something to do with him. Gets her eyelashes done off my mum. She's a beautician, right? So I'd heard about this and that, and then I heard it, man. I'm like, oh no, I know about this. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh fuck, I've got a ticket. So I put out my ticket, man. I'm standing at the top of the stairs, and then they start reading out the numbers. And I'm sure it was like F. It started with like 2-0, and then as it got down, I'm like 2-0, and then it was like had the 2 numbers left, and I'm like, it said the last 8, and then I knew at that point I had a 1 in 9 chance, and everything slowed down, mate. It was
Oh my God,
slow
bro.
motion,
The
mate.
Matrix, mate.
Mate, it was
The
actually, I
Matrix.
looking around me, 60,000 gasped, mate. I just done that. 8, and I went, screaming, mate. Oh, come here! Grabbing him and everything, mate. I won, man. I know, mate. And then I started to get fucking hungry. As I've had the ring for Lord of the Rings, mate. I'm like, my precious, man. Holding on to it for dear life, mate. So I'm running down the
Imagine cunts were trying to take it off you. Mate, I wouldn't. Mate, times are tough for me, mate.
Mate,
It's
exactly,
couple of
mate.
jabs to the stairs,
Oh,
mate.
yeah, I was thinking about it. As he's in Specksy covers, he's selling Bovril before every game.
Aye.
So from trying to get near him, they're
He's slipping and dodging the punches.
So when the ball rolls at me, man, I'm used to it, know what I mean? But so I got down to the bottom, man, get to the lassie, she's a steward, and I'm like, fucking man, I've won. She's like, no, you're not, you're thinking I'm steaming in that, man. I'm like, listen, I don't fucking drink, man, I fucking won, I'm telling you. I'm like, yeah, I've won, right now. And then he sees the commotion the guy deals with, man, he's like, walks over, and she's like, takes a ticket, let me see it, and she walks over to him, and I just see him reading it, man. I'm just looking at his facial expressions, man, just waiting, man, and he does that, his eyebrows, man, he's like, come and I'm like, oh, here we go, this, man. I'm like, take me video, we're doing that. So he's got, actually I got the classic video, the classic picture of me on the park like that, and the hat with the hands up and that, man, smiling. That was iconic. So Kimmy got that, man. You know what the worst thing is? He was a ticket before me, my best pal. He was a ticket before
He'll
me.
be like happy for you, but like pure up that night, pure fuck, man. Just if I just got in before him,
Walked up the stair, went in the turnstile before me. That's all it was, mate. But the thing is, obviously I gave him a fucking hang, you know what I mean? Sorted him out and that, man. Made sure he had a good weekend and that. But fucking, I was taken aback at how happy he was, mate. Like, you could easily be a wee bit jealous inside, mate. He was honestly, mate, so happy for me, mate. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like,
did he get it in cash?
but no, mate.
Talk me through the process of this.
So he comes on, man. Obviously, I grabbed the fucking mic and that, man. He's like, hey, what's your name? And I just was jumping up and down, man. I'm like, Specksy, man. I'm like, my name's Specksy. So this is the thing, right? I hadn't brought out my first tune yet. This is just before Tough Off, so I had the plans. I done the Melrose challenge on Instagram. It got a good bit of clout in that. People liked it. I never done tunes. People were into it, man. I mean, obviously, I don't know if you seen it or whatever at the time, but and then Melrose, I never won it, but Melrose said I want to make a tune with you. So I had the plans to make this tune, and it was already in the works that we were going to go to the studio and do it. So this happened. I won the windfall. So everyone's like, this is your chance. I'm like, I'm called Specksy. I'm like, 60,000 tonight, you know what I mean? So I'm like, Specksy. So they're like, we've got your winner here, Reese Specksy Muir from Coatbridge, and that. And I could hear a couple of what? Because, mate, I knew every cunt for Coatbridge and Airdrie knows me, mate. Like, every cunt for Airdrie knows me, so I knew for a fact so many people are going to be like, he is a jammy bastard. Oh, no, I knew, like, if you had to pick one person, he would win it, or whatever. One of the things, so it was like fucking, it was like that, man. I was just buzzing, mate, couldn't fucking contain my emotions, man, going off my nut. And then he was like, do you want it in what's it called, like a cheque, or do you want it in bank transfer, man? I'm like, fucking bank transfer. I'm not walking through fucking Parkhead with a cheque on me tonight,
No, especially your mate Specksy. That's a target, bro.
Like massive checks that they actually give you as well.
What, no, like, you just get to hold that. I never got to take that home. They never sent it out to you.
Aye, right, you should get a kick back.
Big massive things.
I haven't even
Here, Kimmy, that's my pal that was out here. Kimmy, grab our end of that big money. No, I mean,
like the Chaco Brothers walking down the fucking London Road. That would get taken off you in about 10 minutes, man, wouldn't it?
Sure, wouldn't it?
easily, mate. The Parkhead weekend right over, wouldn't they, man?
You're big squared in your jumper.
Honestly, I know what about laughing at Minecraft, but fucking no. So he said to me, I send it, but it never doesn't come through that night because obviously anybody else for fucking Glasgow, I'm probably the only cunt for Glasgow that never went and get full of coke after winning 10 grand. I mean, like, cunts would have went a bad one, so they never send you that night. Next day, man, woke up, man, pure early in the morning, man, right, 7 o'clock in the morning, where is it, still no one, man, like, you bastards, man, phoning up to hang me and that. So, just remember, I won that last night, fans, waiting for 9 o'clock, and then they're like, I don't worry, 12 o'clock and that, man, and then just sitting, like a fucking 11:30, man, just says Celtic pools 10-1-0-0-0-0, man. I'm like, Right, hang me, man.
Over again, limbs in the house. And
I know.
Mate, honestly, man, it was mad. So, but I shipped it right after my dad, man. To be honest, man, I just went like, here, man, take that off me
Be smart with that,
before
mate.
I do something
I
dangerous.
heard otherwise, bro. I heard that you bought the most expensive pair of specs.
In Glasgow.
No, the thing is, mate, right, I've always bought good glasses, right, but I like water. We all like jump off waterfalls. Mate, I've lost a good couple of pairs of specs in waterfalls, mate, and I'm talking about. So I fucking, I falls a flag of that. And then I had a pair of fucking Ray-Ban ones, and they fucking, they're in the house now, mate, the dog, honestly, man. Got a French bulldog, mate, worst thing ever, man. Fucking bites everything, man. Came in one day, left the glasses sitting, came in, Ray-Bans, gone to pieces. Even the lenses,
The
mate.
glasses. That doesn't even seem slightly appetising on that.
Mate, no, I'm talking about you when they think they're edible, mate. Aye, so the wee bastard got them, and then I'm like, ah, man, get me just a normal pair. So see these ones, mate. Nothing special, bro.
Nah.
Nothing special
So
yet,
what-
mate.
what in class
I'm
specs?
waiting-
Specs in it, and you get the specs.
I know.
Aye, whenever I get the fuck, do you know what I mean? That's what he said. I'm going to get my own merch and that going soon. He's like, what you thinking? I'm like, a top, a hat, and a bag like this maybe to start with. And he's like, you need the specs and that, man. You know what I mean?
Sunglasses, mate.
Sunglasses.
Water. Mate, ones that let you waterproof. Aye, is that not just goggles?
Ones with the band on the head for when you're jumping off waterfalls.
Goggles with your prescription on them, mate. What about that?
No, mate.
Surely you can get that, mate. We've got
Somewhere,
like
mate.
sex robots and that now. Do you know what I mean? Well, surely somebody's invented that.
Aye, somewhere.
That's like a Dragon's Den thing. Maybe we could go. What you's up to after this? We could actually go
Let's
to
get a pitch together.
Dragon's Den, man.
We'll beat that reggae sauce cunt.
Aye, but mate, fucking that, I can't believe I learned about that today, honestly.
Aye,
That's
aye.
mental. But aye, Benny, mate, what's happening, brother?
What's happening?
Here we are. So obviously people will know you maybe from the way I knew you was like that TikTok video outside Ibrox.
Ibrox, aye.
So talk me through the making of this tune, mate, because
Well,
just tell me about it, mate.
right, straight away, right, I see, obviously we've seen his video. I was on live with him one day.
Aye.
I says to him, here, Specksy, just going to let you know, see if you think I'm copying you, by the way. By the way, I'm copying you, brother. So I've got this idea. I'm not going to make it like a full Rangers tune. I wanted to kind of incorporate my own things into it. But I was like, right, the closer and closer Rangers get to the Europa League final, the more I'm like, need to get this done here.
Aye.
Because it'll build up hype for it, do you know what I mean? So one game goes, I'm like, thinking about it, right, might need to get this done. Next one comes, I'm like, boom, we're getting this done, we're
Aye.
making it to the final here.
Aye.
So straight into the studio, and then came up with the idea, obviously the Rangers tune, I'm feeling it. I thought, right, get a drill remix of
Aye,
that,
mate, it
because
works. I think that
Aye.
beat works so well, mate.
I thought,
So catchy, man.
I thought it's a class idea, man, and obviously all the hype around the Europa League.
And
final
usually,
that.
obviously, Rangers play that at their
Aye,
stadium,
exactly.
fucking.
They play that all
So
the time. I've obviously. I was at the Dortmund game with Rangers. I had one of the best moments of my life today. That tune, do you know what I mean? So it's
Aye.
that tune. It's like about Scotland for ages
Aye.
as well. You listen to that tune,
I know,
going
true,
up
it
at
has.
that beat and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
never
So it's
even
that-
dropped half
so,
one
aye.
point, mate.
So
That
it's one of
tune.
the tunes as well. It's like known as a Rangers tune now, but
Aye.
before that it was just I'm feeling it. You know what I mean?
It
People
was
put
just
it on
that
the
tune.
gaffs and all that.
See, this boy's talented, very
Aye.
talented, mate.
Aye,
Can't say it, man, obviously, but
That's, So I thought I would do that tune, man, and then put that tune on TikTok. And I knew straight away, if I just sat in my house and done that, it wouldn't have got many views. So I just like to my mate one day, here, come to me down to Ibrox, and just do this quickly, guaranteed to get more views straight away if you're just outside
Mate,
Ibrox.
so smart, man. Same with you, mate.
Same with him,
Such
do you know what
a.
I mean,
It's not.
he set the template for it, do you know what I mean? I
Aye.
just went straight away, you're going to get more views
It's-
doing that, no matter what.
Aye.
And it wasn't until I put that video out I actually realised how big he was. You know what I mean? every second comment, still to this day, I put that TikTok up, it was probably about a month ago now, but even to this day, everybody's like, nah, Specksy's better. And then there's all the Rangers fans that are like, oh, well better than Specksy,
Aye.
well better than Specksy. So it's just cut right down the middle, but it's like, there's still some
It's not even
people.
about that, man. Let's celebrate the wealth of talent we've got here.
Oh, yes.
Let's celebrate it, man.
This man, but no,
Sectarianism ended.
Aye.
to be honest,
That's it.
that was my like it's my least favourite tune to listen to be honest with you. But
I
I
can
knew in
understand
my
that.
head that's what you need to do. The goal was don't swear, don't talk about anything except for Celtic and your music. Do you know what I mean? So that was the goal for the start, man.
And like Parkhead maybe and all that.
Aye,
jazz.
that
That's
was
smart,
the goal,
mate,
mate. So
that's
I
smart.
kept it, and I don't see why not. Do you know what I mean? Like within YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, mate, it's at fucking over 800,000 views. Do you know what I mean? So
Aye.
it's like I do think there's a good chance that it will still get played. They just need to etch its way in, mate. I mean, the club are maybe looking at me like, fuck's sake, man, look at all my other videos, man.
Can we touch this guy? Can we put our stamp of approval on this young man?
Exactly, man, but thought they were hanging about Snoop Dogg, fuck's sake, do you know what I mean?
I know, mate. He would be on that pitch with a joint, no even like...
You might give a fuck, mate.
No,
shut the fuck up, bitch.
I know.
You know what I mean?
He was saying to me before we came in there that there's rapid people just walking down the street and they just look at him and they don't even go, Specksy, they just go, rising. He's just knowing
the hype is real. It's weird, mate, because obviously I never done tunes, not even like even before Rising, it was just Tough Love Bum, but at first it was just, that's that guy when the windfall a wee bit, some people obviously noticing you, and then obviously I brought out Rising, and ever since, mate, it's everywhere I go, mate. I was even in Tenerife, mate, English people, full English family, mate. That's Specksy, how you doing, brother? Seeing your tune on YouTube, mate. Everywhere I go, mate. Like, I was down getting a haircut at the barber's all day, mate. My wee cousin was there, wee pal, and he's like, Specksy, man, it's a picture with you, and he took it on Snapchat, mate. Man, by the time the haircut's done, man, fucking 10 or 12 wee guys outside, mate, Specksy, man, lining up for pictures, not mate, everywhere I go,
so
mate.
Where is it you're from? Coatbridge?
Coatbridge, mate, aye.
Born and bred?
Born and bred a Specksy and Ed, my man. That's what they say.
Aye.
But I born and bred, mate, Coatbridge, man, and obviously still stay there, mate. Do you know what I mean? In some of my bios and like certain things, I've got Coatbridge, and some of it Glasgow. It's just to hang with the wider audience. Some cuts not going to look and go, Coatbridge, you know what I mean? Like, people just say, Glasgow, that's that Specksy guy for Glasgow. Do you know what I mean?
You might use fucking well say it, you know what I mean?
It's like fucking a couple of miles out.
I know. Mate, because I'm from Cambuslang, which technically isn't Glasgow, but it's like a ball hair away from it. So I'm not going to be like, actually no, I'm from here. You're like...
The borders of Glasgow, you know.
I'm from the borders.
Radius outside.
I've heard a rumour that Coatbridge is, Glasgow is actually Greater Coatbridge.
Really?
Aye.
Fucking hell, man.
Coatbridge a very special place, mate.
Can that tell me? I want to know about Coatbridge. I had much experience at Coatbridge. I've dropped a van up there on Coatbridge at a Northgate, I think it was called.
To see a man about a van, man, away, man.
Aye, you know how it goes, mate. Some things need to get done, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's a very mystical place, Coatbridge. But see, no, the fun thing is, see out the last. Do you have a season ticket?
Used to, mate. Chucked it, mate, with the pandemic.
See that man, the excuses.
That's like selling said you have a wee curl and you need to fill in like why you not renew. You're like pandemic, fucking can't make it to say it.
I'm not joking, but no, I'm not gonna lie. I bought it through. It was painful, mate. I'm watching every game like, you bastards, give me a free ticket next year. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, I fucking Coatbridge. See the last 10, like out the last 10 windfalls it's been won, mate. Like honestly, like 6 of them have been for Coatbridge.
Quite a lucky place.
Lucky place.
Everybody should just move to Coatbridge.
You've got a higher chance of winning the windfall if you move to Coatbridge. Put it that way.
That is insane, mate.
It's weird, mate.
It's a beautiful place. It really is.
Oh, it really is, mate. It's glorious, mate. To say the least.
Some high-rise flats here, I know, man.
They're all going down, but some of them have been knocked down.
Don't go then, mate. Don't go.
No, the sites is going down, but
it's a small New York City.
Aye.
All the donkeys are getting moved into all the nice houses that's getting built, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Oh, it's fucking... It's terrible.
Do you think you'll ever leave Coatbridge?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. My gran, she stays in Spain. She stayed there for like 9 years or something like that. I want to move there, to be honest, man, and do sort of stuff out there and like come back, but obviously I've got my family here, my missus, my Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I want to move them out, but she's more family orientated, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, obviously I'm a rebel, but I would move basically. I'll miss them and I'll come over and see her a couple of times a year, but I can do it, do you know what I mean? I can deal with the FaceTimes and that, but obviously my gran, that's over there and also it'd be good, well I call her my nana, you know what I mean? I'm just saying gran for him, but it's my nana. But so obviously I would move out to there, man, but Coatbridge, man, I'll probably just stay. If I don't go there, man, then Coatbridge will be my resting point.
Aye.
Probably, man.
And where you're from Cardona, didn't you?
Cardona, bro. I originally feel like Ibrox when I was born in Ibrox, and then moved to Cardona when I was about 8 or something. And then I was always over at my cousins in Govan, so it's like my cousins a lot in Govan and stuff.
Aye.
And then just kind of started doing my own thing. Went and kind of met my own pals and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now.
Aye.
So
what age are you both?
22, both 22.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it when he told me it was 22.
What age do you think he was?
32.
it's like that scene for what is it? Is it Bad Boys and the guy comes to the door? He's like, I'm only 18. I was like, I said, I'll get cancelled. But nah, you at least 30. He said it was his birthday. It was his birthday a couple of weeks ago. He's like, 22nd birthday. I'm in his life. I'm spacing no way.
Is that same age then?
Mate, I would think you were like, I'm 25. I'd think you're like my age, just the way.
It's just that I've always hung about.
Mate, you seem like that.
I've always just like my uncle Dara, man. He's like my best pal. He's like fucking just going on 30, mate. So and it's I don't know. I've just always been that way. I can hang about with older people, talk to older people like that, just as if I'm after the same age as them. So I don't know. People always say that, but I only grew the beard done not too long ago, and I was always fresh faced. I've just got
after the windfall, mate. Try to hide the door. Beard transplant.
No, I've had it for before the lockdown, to be fair, but that's when I grew it in. But I used to always just have a pure fresh face and fucking my big cliff, mate. I was like mad Specksy's looking, and I had the hair down. That's me just put it up last week again. I'm like, listen, I'm going on all these podcasts, man. I look like a mad fucking bum man with my hair down. I'm like, and I went into the hairdresser, I said, fucking fix this up, mate.
Can I ask you a question?
Aye.
Have you always been called Specksy for a wee guy, or is this a new revelation?
No, mate, it's so like, fucking, I only started wearing glasses when I was like 13. I was supposed to wear them all my life. I've got astigmatism, but I fucking used to just guess what was in the fucking board in primary, and basically, you know what I mean? I never wanted to wear them, and then got to high school, man, you're a bit further away. I'm like, I thought I need these things, so got specs, and I used to do MCs. Before that, like, I've never done tunes proper like release then, but I used to do MCs for the troops, so I used to be like, Makina, obviously, you know, fucking Oakton, obviously, you know what I mean? So I used to be like, MC Specksy, that's where it came from. So when I was going to do rap, I was like, what can I call myself? I was starting to think a couple of names, and I was like, fuck man, fuck Hankin' our name, man, Specksy, that's you, that's fucking own. If you're going to wear them, own them, do you know what I mean? You constantly comment on it, he's a specky bastard.
I see you,
so,
mate.
True, mate. Fucking own them, mate.
So your journey for music is like, came from Makina into sort of drill?
And a way, I wouldn't even say drill. I wouldn't even call my music. I wouldn't even call my music drill, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm more like I've got my stuff on up to standard, which is a bit more slower. Like, I've got my deep stuff and my shit about fucking what I've came through and my pals and all that. But I'm more on like a kind of, if you want, bad boy chiller crew sort of. I'm trying to bring out
like those mad upbeat beats, like no pure harsh, pure dark beats.
Playing a club in that, for example.
Like, I don't know if you clocked the video obviously on Insta, man, when I done it to my pal's 21st. Like, I've not done it in front of a crowd before, and it was one of my fucking longest best pal, Big Jordan McCann, his 21st. So I was like, I know that I'm going to be doing shows soon. I was like, so if you can't do it in front of your fucking all your best pals all your life, who can you do it in front of? So there's 50, 60 there, mate. I jumped top, man, and they played. I done Rising, obviously every cunt knew that. And I done Tenerife, the one that I videoed in Tenerife. Mate, cunts were bouncing to it, man, and no cunt even knew it, mate. And every cunt was loving it. The lights were on, man. I was bouncing, it was banging. So it's just setting the standards, mate. It's more to come. Do you know what I mean?
That's it, mate. That's like So like, I'm wondering, even like you, when did you even like start rapping? Like, you're 22, so when did you even like get into this thing of like, I take it you like rap growing up?
I've always listened to like grime music, so like ages ago, like Kano, Frisco, Skepta, JME, all the type of people. And then when drill music came out, I listened to rapid drill music, and I can remember the day actually when I actually thought I'm going to do music, right? I was getting the bus home, right? Getting the bus home to the new hospital, right? And then walking home, and I was walking home for there, my phone ran out, so I had my earphones in, I was just walking home, like, this is shite, man. Started kind of rapping in my own head, right? So I'm rapping, I'm like, you're biting your shit hole. You got it! Right, I didn't actually start writing it for ages.
Wait, where were you on the bus?
No, I was just walking.
Because I was going to say, it's a bit... I was going to say, bro! You're the chosen one, bro! Yeah. Sometimes, innit? You were on the bus just before this, but...
I was on the bus before it, so I had to get off the bus.
You were on the bus.
You were on the bus, You're trying to make this.
It was then, I didn't even know if I was... I just knew I was going to do music, but I didn't start writing it for ages. But as I was listening to music for ages, I wasn't just listening to music going, oh, this is a belter of a tune. I'm listening to it going, what makes this tune good? Do you know what I mean? So for ages I was just doing that, learning for music, and then by the time it was lockdown, I started actually writing stuff. I had plenty of time to do stuff, do you know what I mean? Started writing my own tune. I was like, hi bro, you know what I mean? You're quite good at
because I think like see when like, I'm guessing, because obviously some cunts can be pure delusional and think this is good, and then no, but like I think that you're probably like because you listen to a lot of drill and that, you know like what's good and what isn't. So you're like, when you're doing it, you're like, you know, because you listen to it that much.
For that long,
exactly.
My mate Chavi, I know I've known Chavi for about 10 years. He does music as well. I don't know if you've heard of Chavi, but he's been doing it for about 6 years or something. So I've always been close to him when he's been doing it back then. I know, do you know what I mean? So I'm always watching him, and I'm kind of like back then as if like, can't I could maybe do that. So then obviously I knew for ages that I would end up doing music. It wasn't until I actually wrote stuff during lockdown. It was Chavi was the first person I went to, and I said to him, I've got this tune back. He was like, Jimmy, you've got a fucking tune here. I've got a tune here, bro. And it was, the first tune I actually put out was Morgan Freeman, and that was the first tune that I'd actually wrote. So I thought I'd wrote loads by that time. I'd put that tune out. That was less than a year ago at this point, but put that tune out. I thought, only right, first tune I've wrote, get that out. And then for there, just kind of stemmed. I had an idea at first to kind of go in order the tunes that I've written, like one by one, to put them out in that order so people could see the progression. But then it was just, the more I was writing, the better I was getting. I was kind of like, not scrap that. I was just kind of going to try getting it and just put out the best things I can, do you know what I mean?
Aye, because like, no, it's interesting as well. I'm noticing like you had said you had a song called Morgan Freeman, and then the one like I seen you talking about, you're bringing out called is it Stephen Hawking? So like what? So that's interesting. Like, why do you like using names as like the title? Can you like bounce off that in the tune or whatever?
It's always easy to just to see if you think of a bar that's straight away that's related to somebody big, and you can put it as a tune, and people will just be like they'll remember it easy. So it was like a lot of tunes that are big. There's like a tune a guy called T-Way does called Private Ryan. A big tune, people saying one of the best drill tunes of the year and all that. So I'm like, I belted that tune, but people are clicking on it because they're like, how the fuck you come out with a tune called Private Ryan? Do you know what I mean? So Stephen Hong, Thiago Silva on that as well. And in the mixtape that I'm currently writing now, I've not really spoke about it much on like my socials or something, but I'll try to get a mixtape done now. It's called In the Making. Just try to make it everything about what's made me as a person. Can I try to get it into one album? But there's a tune Stephen Hawking's going to be in there. I've got a tune Caitlyn Jenner, I know, do you know what I mean? We've got all these just kind of random tunes in there. Peaky Blinders is going to be a tune with AJ47, don't know if you've heard of him.
I have.
And then one with Chavi. They two are like, I class them as my brothers, do you know what I mean? So 3 years, a tune Peaky Blinders makes sense, do you know what I mean?
How did you all meet each other, just through music?
I've known Chavi for, as I said, about 10 years. We used to go down Kelvin Grove, so I know him for there, but didn't go to the same school or anything. I just knew him for there, but straight away we're like best pals basically. AJ I'd known for ages as well for the same place, but I was never close with AJ until I got into music, and then straight away me and AJ got on like flies on shit.
That's you cool enough.
We're in with the rappers.
He's a couple of bars then, bro.
You got to see your Mayday.
I need to rattle you right, bro, I'm sorry.
Lots of the clips or something.
Aye. That's funny, man.
Aye, but that, so you just met, so you knew, what's his name, Chavi?
Chavi, I knew
for
Chavi.
Ages.
He done music for ages. AJ, I've been heavy close to. I go over to Clydebank like 3 times a week and get AJ and just sit and just write rap and stuff. He's fried out, he's not mad. He's
a good lad.
He's a funny boy, man. I've met him, man. He's a funny boy.
Very talented at what he does as well, man. Very talented, but he's very different from everybody else. You know what I mean? He kind of does his own thing. You can't really class him to like one genre.
That's interesting.
With me, like, I didn't even know what you class me as. I use drill beats because that's what I listen to. That's what I think is good. But I'm not about all that stuff, so I just kind of try and make it mine and make it relevant.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, because like even just thinking, because I remember, mate, see when I seen the tune Outside Ibrox and that, and then at first I heard the beat and I was like, that's actually good, and then you were rapping and I was watching it, and I was watching the video and I was watching like the wee things coming up on the screen and all that, and I was like, this is fucking good. And then obviously cunts were like, and I'm like, It's like mad, because I'm just like, see if you take the mad lenses off it, like this cunt's doing something that I've never seen a cunt do before, really.
It was wild, it was wild, man.
You can see that yous are good at what yous do. Yous are talented boys. So I actually enjoyed listening to that tune, and I think as well because the beats I listen to drill, so that pure resonated with me right away.
And that's I think it's kind of in fashion now as well. Loads of people are just sampling the most random stuff and putting a drill beat over it. Do you know what I mean? So it's something that's in fashion and it's something that's popping. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
So I didn't even manage to get that tune out, unfortunately, man. I had to contact
the beat,
the Sunset Bros, that people actually make the tune, try to get copyright and all that, but they said that it's not even them that can give you permission because they're signed to a label and all that, so they need to send it off to our label and then they need to approve it and all that. But the plan was to try and get it out before like the Europa League final.
That would have been
So
that would have been a move.
aye.
So
I could have probably put it out in SoundCloud and all that, but it just wouldn't have been.
I think, but like,
what it should have, do you know what I mean?
what you generated for all the views and that is like. Defo, obviously you want to bring it out yourself, but it's but it's fucking. You've got such. I mean, like, how much are you getting recognised now compared to like before?
That's what I was going to say. I've not really got it at all, right? Like I'd put that tune out about a week before the Europa League final, like the video on TikTok, right? And then I was going to the Loudon for the game to watch the game in there. So a pub right beside the stadium, right? So I'm in there and I'm thinking to myself, there's probably going to be quite a lot of people in here because it was all over Twitter and it was all over TikTok. It was about 400,000 views combined. You know what I mean? So
mate, it was fucking everywhere, man.
I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, there's probably going to be rapid people in here that recognise me, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. Honestly, there was rapid people walking by me and they were looking at me and then kind of like walking by and then going, is that right? But there was this one woman that was hilarious. She's looked at me, right, and she's went, "Yeah, date," and I went, "Date what?" And she's went, "The rap," and I'm like, I'm sitting in here, there's about 1,000 people and there's tunes, everybody's bouncing. I'm like, what do you mean dare? I'll just wait until I'm feeling it comes on in it and we'll just break into dance and start rapping it. So that was quite funny, man.
That's mad. But I suppose in the video, like, the comparison with your videos is like you've got a mad camera, like you can pure clearly, but in yours it's just kind of like you've got a hat on and that, so you're not as recognisable, I suppose, for that.
I had bucket hat on, the shades and that, party mode in it. Party mode, so there wasn't a lot of people that were really recognised me. I've had it a few times. AJ's been mailing me saying I was a guy in the train. He's like, you're pals on an Ibrox boy, you know. The
Ibrox boy.
The Ibrox boy.
That's what we'll put this Specksy and the Ibrox boy.
We'll put the Ibrox boy rising.
Aye.
That's that.
But even like, so when did you realise here? I've got a wee gift here.
Well, I don't know. Like, basically, obviously, I done the MCs and that, and I knew they were bouncing. Cunts loved them, man. Got all my pals, but I never released them on SoundCloud. You had like Jambo D and that, man, who's a well-known McKenna guy for Coatbridge. He's putting them out, but I just never. I was like, nah, I don't know. I don't really want to be known as an MC and that. I don't know, mate. So I just done it. Like, took videos of myself and that, put it out on Snapchat or whatever, man. But nothing serious, and done it when I was on it, and then like I started to dwell into like want to write rap tunes, like so. Uncle Dara, as I was saying to you earlier, man, he's always listening to rap. He used to do McKenna, he used to do PC DJ and all that. He was quite well known around the area, so he always done that, and then he dwelled into like listening to grime and rap and stuff like that. So I used to listen to it a wee bit, and then I met a guy called Big Nick, Big English Nick, man. He's from London, right? And he's like, hold on,
who's this guy? Right? You need to tell us about Big English
scheme, man, isn't it?
No, but this is like family, bro. This is like family, bro. Big Nick, so he is like, honestly, we're like family now. Like, he's lived up here for fucking years and years now. Like, this is, I was young when I met him, just like a wee, just not long started smoking weed and all that, do you know what I mean? And then obviously fucking your man was sorting, you know what I mean? At the time and that, do you know what I mean? Past tense and that, but anyway, so he just moved up to London and that, and then I met him and we just kind of got along, man, a wee bit that way, and I was just come and sit with him, and then I'd been interested in all his stuff. So he'd been in EastEnders now, he's done like acting, he was Cat Slater's fucking what's it called, lawyer in EastEnders and that, man, right?
What's he doing in Coatbridge?
He just dwelled, he used to do rap and all that, and all that, he's just dwelled in different things, but he's just he does a Liverpool podcast now, so everybody go and subscribe to it, St Nick and that, do you know what I mean? Plug it, whatever it is, Liverpool TV, St Nick. But anyway, he was into all pure grime and all that, like, do you know what I mean? He's from London, mate, do you know what I mean? Like, he's fucking stuff, like deep in it. He used to do it, he's saying and all that, man, when he was in the cruise and all that shit. He's telling me he used to fucking hit licks, man, and all that.
Mate, that's like that heavy. I know who, like, I love listening to sometimes, like, just for that noise, because nobody sounds like him anymore. See, Devil Man.
Aye,
mate. Devil Man. What, man? Like, how does he even? He's heavy talented.
He used to show me. Him and Uncle Dad used to show me shit like that. So I remember when I listened to Gigs, and he was put on Gigs, and he was like, "Yo, Reese, man." He's like, "What do you think these words mean, man?" And he's telling me, and then I'm doing it, and I'm like, he's like, whipping that Cersei, and I'm like, I don't know, doing a wheel spin, a white BMW. He's like, nah, man, it's fucking whipping up the coke and all that. So he's just teaching me all the different things, and I just started to get more interested. And then that ever since, like, when we met Nick and that, we just pure dragging the head, mate. Like me and my pal Zen and that, man.
So that's is that what you listen to? Like,
I listen to all sorts of shit, mate. I like singing and that, man. I like a bit of fucking Jake Bugg and that and all. Don't get me wrong, I'll sing my heart out and that sort of shit and all. But at the same time, man,
sing on all countries. Mate, I seen him at Tina Park when like. Don't mean to be pure hipster here, but I seen him at Tina Park like years before. Mate, I seen him. I remember I heard was it Lightning Bolt he brought out or something? I remember hearing that and being like, "This cunt's fucking good, man." And I was like, he was on the smallest stage at Tina Park. It was like 20. I can't remember. And I was like, "Come see this cunt. He's got to be good, man." They're like, "Fuck off, Jake Bugg and all that." What are you talking about? I went to like one cunt to see him, and now I tell everybody that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I listen to all sorts of things, but rap is my main thing. Obviously, like, I like fucking Show, that's like my favourite. Tranquility on repeat every day, man. Tranquility. That's how I made. I've already told a story on Hangman, so I'm not going to go right deep into it again. But that's how I made Rising. That was like an idea for. So Show got a tune, elevation. This year's about elevation, and I'm like, I need to make a singing tune like that, man. And I'm like, make this Scottish voice work. Then I'm like, what's another word for elevation? I'm trying out different words in that, man. Up, and all like that. I'm like, rising. I'm like, rising. And it's singing it, just getting it started. It was like rising. It was singing it, bro, and then I get into rising, right, and then that was the fucking hook, and then all I had to do was put it the rest of it together. Do you know what I mean? But so Honcho is my man. I love listening to rap and all that. Do you know what I mean? So that's my shit. So me and my pal Zeng used to be down the lane, fucking getting joints, man, taking stupid rap videos. I would try to freestyle and all that. It was pure shite. I mean, but we just fucking about, just testing the waters, and then I started to try and write a couple of things, but they were more like poetic in a way. They weren't really as rappy. They were just more words, and man, I was going a bit deep with it and that, man. And then I was like, brung something that I think I could show my pals, so I started showing a couple of my pals some of the stuff I was working on, putting it out on a couple of Snapchats and that, and people were pure fucking with it. And then I done the Silky Challenge, so Silky brought that tune out, and I done the Silky Challenge, man, and fucking cunts were like, that's fucking banging, man.
He was playing in Airdrie, wasn't he?
Mate,
did you go see him?
I know, I thought he didn't repost me, bam.
Mate, see Silky, let me tell you about my pal who got unnamed, right? He went to Silky, I went and met him, and he was, you know this story, mate. So I went and met my pal, right? And he was just at the pub, and he's like, what's happening, bro? I'm going to that Silky later, and I'm like, where is it, right? I'm like, the Hydro, like, and he's like, Airdrie. I'm like, what? I'm like, Silky at Airdrie, right? So he's like, aye, bro. Like, he's like, he's like, I've just had about 4 pints, got to get fucking a bottle of wine, cut of cans, come back. And I was like, mate, you're got to be scooshed before you even like go there, know what I mean? He was like, it'll be sound and all that. And I mailed him the next day, pure, how was it and that? And then he didn't get back to me for a few days, and then I emailed me back. He was like, "What's happening, bro? Fucking end up getting papped out that Silky and that. What was heavy, Bluestered, was nearly boxing with about 5 cunts." And then he said, I realised I wasn't even with anybody, so I was going to get leathered, so I just went out. And then he said he tried to walk home up the train tracks because he didn't know where he was. See at Airdrie, he was just like, he's like, right, you can get the train for Airdrie to like Canvas Lang, so he's like, I was just walking as if he's the train, you know what I mean?
His name's Thomas by any chance?
Thomas, nah.
Thomas the tank engine.
But no, he's but that's I done the Silky Challenge, man, and then that got a good bit of hype, and I was like, fuck, man, I'm actually alright at this. And then I waited a while and never done anything, and then the Melrose Challenge came out, and I done that, as I said to you, and then he was like, listen, I like that, man, do you want to do a tune together? So that's when I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, why not go for it, man? People have said they liked it. It's got fucking a couple of 1,000 views on Instagram. I was looking at people, man, people were only getting a couple of 100, been doing it for years and that, so I'm like, fuck, you've obviously got a talent there somewhere, do you know what I mean? The fucking views are talking.
You need to see when that happens or not, you need to be like, no, I'm like,
you need to jump on it, I'm not going to fucking...
You can't be like, fuck, you need to be like, let's keep going, man.
So I was like, I'm grabbing this with the boys, man, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm like, I'm going to go all in, like, I've been watching other people's Scottish artists, man, like, don't get me wrong, I watch Scottish artists, I know who fucking AJ40 and all that was, do you know what I mean? Like, I knew all them, and then I just obviously came to realise who, like Benny and Chaffee and all that, I don't know, but I knew who people were, and then, and obviously I knew Shogun and Melrose because I worked in Natural Solutions, so I already knew these people, and they were coming into the shop, and I was hearing their bars, and I was tasting a couple of bars myself, and I'm like, fuck man, I'm alright man, I'm good, so I think I could do it. And then obviously I brought out Tough Love. I got like fucking 10k in the first 10 days. I'm like, well, yeah, fuck, 10,000 things, because this was my first YouTube video ever. I made a fresh page.
That's a lot, man.
Specksy
That's
Music,
a
do
lot.
you know what I mean? Like fucking
Mr.
Mr. Beast never got. Aye, mate, like Mr. Beast never even got that shit in his first videos, you know what I mean? Like where he is. So I was like, what the fuck, man, 10k, man, my own YouTube channel. So I was pure buzzing, and then it came to me. I was down Blackpool, man, because I've got a daughter and that, but we didn't want to take her away in proper holiday. So I was like, fuck it, we'll just take her into the caravan and that. Got a wee fucking hang me down there. And as I was going down, obviously Celtic's coming up to play Rangers in the fucking semis and that. I'm like, I need to jump on this, man, make a tune about Celtic. I'm like, you're going to get good and bad, but do it, man. Like, who gives a fuck? So on the way down to Blackpool, man, I'm fucking wrote all the bars. That's what I played, the Elevation, that came into my head, rising. Then I started for there, and I just fucking wrote the tune. So after I brought that out, then it's fucking the rest is history.
See, and do you like? I'm wondering, like, because obviously you put a lot of thought into everything, like the name and this and the beat and where we film it, right?
Man.
So did you worry before you brought the tunes out that, like, because obviously you don't want to just be like Rangers rappers and Celtic, so do you worried that fuck, like, maybe by doing this I'm going to like alienate half the fucking city, or like, do you know think like that?
The main thing for me was just to kind of gain more exposure, but when, like, especially on Twitter, I was saying to my mate AJ a few weeks before I put it out, because I knew I was going to do it, because his got put on Twitter, somebody's going to clip that and they'll whack it on Twitter.
Aye.
So going into like that fan base on Twitter, that's no a music fan base on TikTok. You can target it at people that like that type of music, but on Twitter you're targeting football fans, do you know what I mean? So football fans aren't necessarily drill fans, so I knew straight away. And I already knew that Twitter's wild, man. They're ruthless on there. There was people like, aye, if we lose this final, your fault, mate, your fault. Like, anybody sees this guy on a flight to Seville, leather him. And all
Oh
that.
my God.
No way.
It's just the amount of, me and you actually spoke after, see, we seen, it wasn't even you that posted it, somebody else posted the video of you doing that tune, right? And it was just fucking negativity everywhere. And I'm like, the boys obviously got a talent, right? Just because you don't like the music doesn't mean you give pelters, know what I mean? See the bottle it takes to do what you have done, but know what I mean? So what's the point in piping up and making mad comments, find a fake profile? Know what I mean?
But this is what I think about Twitter, genuinely, right? See, even the cunts that are like, oh, what fuck's sake, blah blah blah, like, they don't actually 100% mean that. I think, like,
just chasing
it's
likes,
because what happens is, like,
Exactly.
back in the day it was like, you didn't have that, so your first thought in your head, it wasn't wrote down somewhere for everybody to see, right? But now cunts see something immediately, your video, and go, what the fuck, and just write something, and then, but that's like, that doesn't go away, so that they all build up, and it just looks like you're like, what the fuck's going on here? But really it's just cunts that could like do that and then just forget about it. It's weird. Aye, and it is about
Cunts don't say anything in real life, mate. Like, honestly, mate, like, I've not had one cunt come up and be like, here's that cunt who made that rising, man. Who's rising down that?
That would be the perfect line. So if the potential attacker of Specksy is listening to this, you know what line to use.
Potential fucking your back coming off, come on, head arms. Know what I mean? No, but honestly, but that's the thing, mate. No cunt, it's all loving, mate. Like, mate, not one cunt, mate. On, like, you get Twitter, TikTok, fake accounts and all that saying this and that, mate. But no cunt fucking comes up and actually gets angry. Who the fuck's gonna get angry at a guy for making a tune about your team, mate? I know. Right, mate, a tune about my team winning the league. Alright. I mean, what the fuck's
What about this? What have you ever thought about this, right? What about you go to Celtic Park, you go to Ibrox and you do a diss track about the other team? Imagine that! That's the next move! I mean, no, listen, we're come on, the views are rating it. We can buy security. We'll put a wee spread out and all that. It'll be brilliant, mate. We'll get a barbecue. Barbecue the Celtic way.
What's that thing that Rangers have got now when they put the fucking the party at it and all that? That wee fuck, what's it called?
Or the fan zone,
The fan zone, get Specs up the fan zone. They'll have a tray of free apples and onions at the bottom.
They start playing Rising at Parkhead and everybody's all buzzing, and next thing you know, it's Benny T won't go to turn.
Bovril.
You'll probably be in with the ballroom, mate.
Aye, mate, I mean, but no, it's fucking. No, I've not just. Cunts are just fucking like got on only TikTok and only Twitter because you can make fake accounts. That's the only place. You're not getting it in.
The reception was very different enough for me. Like TikTok, they heavy liked over there. Twitter, they didn't. Do you know what I mean? So it was dead different on both sites.
I think Twitter is the worst, mate. Well, TikTok, I feel like cunts are literally, it's all cunts who called like shag your maw and all that, and it's like just a picture of a mad random like black guy and that, and you're just like, how can I take this like insult actually? If you're going to like read that and get insulted by that by shag your maw, then you might as well chuck it, man. You need to chuck it.
I find it hilarious, man. That's what I mean. There's a lot of good part that comes out. I can't call me an Aldi Vanilla Ice.
Mate, sometimes you need to accept it, mate. Sometimes you're like fair play, man.
Aye, mate, no, there was, man. We never come to say that. Price about the electricity bills this tune's about and all that. Price about the tune about the economy and all that.
Mate, I know actually what was funny. Fucking you actually sent it in, didn't you? The tweet, and it was like, no, the picture that looked like Kanye West commented on it.
Mate, what's that, mate?
Mate, fuck knows. He must. I think he must have. He must have fucking wrote that about somebody, and they've just put your picture on top of it.
It's about £5 sent me, man. I'm like, there's no way. I actually typed it in. I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm like, nah, no chance. I was like,
you'd get that windfall ticket again. Everything's slowed down. You start hearing the windfall number and all that.
Joe's going it there.
I'm not reading it. I'm not. I go read it.
This guy. This MF. Aye, this MF can rap, bro. I'm saying MF is a compliment. Top 5 out right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, drop him in, man. Ye's rising, man.
Ye's always rising, but nah, it was fucking the shit that there was a man, and it was like the guy. It was played American serial killer. Whatever, how that mad man. It's like dating and stabbing the guy.
Jack Nicholson.
That mad guy, and he's got the fucking earphones on. He's walking into work, and he's got the headphones on.
Patrick Bateman.
American side.
Oh my, Rising was on, man, and I was pissing my pants. I swear to God, like, he just walks in, man. He's got the earphones on. He's got the briefcase, pure thing. When it's just like Rising, and cuts like, good morning, how are you? And all that. He's just walking by, Rising. This year's all about Rising, man. It's just.
Have you seen this, lads? Somebody said that see, since you released that, Celtic haven't beat Rangers in a game, right? And people are saying the Specksy cussed not.
No, we did not. We not beat them. We did beat them once, nah.
Drew.
Oh, we drew with him. I know. I got that, mate. But at the end of the day, we fucking won.
I've never seen you cuss them.
They were saying I cuss Rangers because they were the final. And then all that, the Specksy cuss is real and all that.
That's easy to say that, and man, I was like, I wrote a tweet to somebody when they said, "You know, it's your fault. You lost that game." I mean, what minute the dance off me on again? I forgot. I mean, fuck's sake.
I won the windfall. I don't play for Celtic.
I know. Do you know what I mean? Fuck's sake. But
lost us this game.
I forgot I missed that shot in the 90th, man.
A guy said to me after we got beat in the final, he says, "I know, can we now blame this utter gimp for the final?"
Imagine bringing Benny T off the bench to miss a penalty in the Europa final.
Aye, Wilson Ramsey. But no, it was honestly, cunts were saying that, man. I'm like, I was just laughing. I'm like, pathetic, man. Honestly, all you can do is laugh at that.
I know, mate.
Fuck's sake,
mate. But see as well, what I find like, I mean, sometimes I see like Scottish artists, right, like doing like drill or whatever, and like. You will obviously know this as well. Like some will do it in a Scottish accent, some will like put a wee kind of English accent. What do you like? Do you think it's important to rap in your accent, or do you not care, or what do you think?
This is like a pure big thing. You know, this is like a pure big topic, especially in the Scottish rap scene.
Is it? Aye, really?
It's kind of like split down the middle.
See, to be fair, I always see comments about it. I always see like, but I you don't know if it's a big thing.
With me, it's like I think it's just normal, standard, whatever way you speak should be what way you're at. Do you know what I mean? I get why people do it, and who's anybody to turn around to somebody and say, "Yeah, you can't do that." Do you know what I mean? So if I
do you want to say
I mean, there is plenty of people out there that will say it, especially on TikTok. You know
Shaggy or Moz said that a few times, mate.
Shaggy to traffic. I mean, all these you guys, but I'm kind of like I'm against it in a way, but I'm not that way where I'll pure like go away to say to somebody, I hear you can't do that, because everybody's going to do what they want to do.
Aye, mate, it's not. There's no rules in rap,
True,
mate.
mate,
There's no rules in fucking. Do you know what I mean? It's all different.
I
mate,
think it's to do with a thing, like, I think it's because there's like no, like, you look at like England, look at the amount of famous rappers in England, and it's like when there's one up here, it's almost like cunts up here, like, show your fucking Scottish, mate, you know what I mean? But I don't think it should matter, like, it's music, you know what I mean?
It's music at the end of the day. Aye, there's plenty of people that are just straight up copying what's happening in sound music, just putting bad habits on top of
Jesus Christ,
people.
the same lyrics,
and you're just sitting, and it's like, it's just recycled things. It's no things that are original for me. That's why I don't really. I still love drill, but I like drill where it's like more lyricism involved and stuff.
Like T-Way and that, no is pure heavy and
exactly.
Chingy, fucking stab by, man.
That stuff is too old now, isn't it?
Aye, fuck that, man. Can't be arsed listening to all that shit, man. Honestly, that's my boxing. But I've not got a big opinion on that, mate. See what you were saying there about, like, I'm not, mate, I don't give a fuck, mate. Do you know what I mean? Nah, honestly, I couldn't give one fuck. I'm focused on me, myself, and I, mate. Do you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck about what anyone else is doing, mate.
Aye, and see as well, like, you have obviously got the beats behind yours that are a bit different, like could play in a club sort of thing. Is that like did you mean that?
Aye,
like,
of course. Like, it's fucking incorporating. I know. I'm good at rap, mate, but rap's only 10% of it, mate, of the music, mate. People buy you, mate. They buy your fucking what you do in your life, mate. Like there's hundreds of different thoughts. I mean, it goes into it, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just like, fucking, you need to just think outside the box with the videos, with the tunes, who's going to listen to it, who's going to like it, target certain audiences. Like with Rising, I'm targeting obviously the Celtic audience, man, like all age ranges. But then I've got Vanguard, man, that's targeting people that are like fucking bikes and quads and cars, mate, and I've got that. I knew I was going to get that, and that's what I got.
The dogs,
mate. Hundreds of followers, hundreds of the big dog pages follow me, hundreds of people that like bikes and all that all follow me, mate. Fucking, so, like, even your man that was on Love Island followed us because he gets his bike done, Chris Biggs and that, man. And that, so fucking, like, people, you know what I mean? It's targeting a different audience every single time, mate. That's what I always think in my tunes, like, who am I targeting this time, who am I targeting that time. So, like, I always put thought into it, but I've got my slow shit, my deep shit and that, mate, that's sitting there, man, like, and I can bring it out. I've got us obviously like 2 or 3 maybe, but it's already out. But apart from that, mate, like, it's just sitting there waiting to go, mate. But I know now what I need to do. You need to get there first before you let people know your feelings. Not everybody gives a fuck about my feelings yet, but see, whenever I'm big and fucking made it, mate, do you know what I mean? People will be like, I want to hear what this guy's fucking story is. So I don't want to waste it now and tell all my story now, and then by the time I fucking actually get there, man, I've not got anything to talk about. I'm talking, you know what I mean?
Build up to it. Just get a bit of hype now, with good tunes, catchy tunes.
Exactly, mate.
Smart move, man. I don't think I realised how much would go into that shit. I kind of think, like, obviously, but it's interesting. Like, I want to know. Just we want to do a wee thing and use your expertise in rap, actually. But just before we do that, I was wondering, like, what the thought process is, like the process of actually making a tune, like where, like, are you just like hearing wee things in your head all day, like walking wee things out and be like, oh, that's good, and going and writing in your notes?
No, that reminded me, sorry, I'll let you go, but that Eminem, that guy personates Eminem, and my tea, and he looks at everything and he starts rapping and all that, man. That's what
is that what it's like?
No, is it for, well, maybe for you, man, I don't know, not for me.
With me, I swear to God, I can't switch off. Since I started, I can't switch off, and it's weird, right? Like, the only time I really write things, right, is when I'm smoking a joint in my back garden, right? It's like, that's my zone, right? So every time I'm at my back garden, I can't just sit and chill and have a joint. I need to be writing things. It's just programmed into me. I can't even sit for a second and go into Facebook and scroll, because straight away I'll automatically just go right onto my notes and just try think things. But all day long,
it's like you're programmed to do that now.
It's like, wait, Caitlyn Jenner, Stephen Hawking, that's just came from somebody in works mentioned one day, Stephen Hawking, and I've went, what can we do there? Do you know what I mean? What can we do to incorporate that into a tune? Just certain words and all that as well, because it gets to a point where you've written that much words, you're like, I'm running out of things to rhyme here, man. Do you know what I mean? So you're just constantly trying to pick up things about what people are saying. Write that down quickly, like just all the time. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to take things. I think the hardest part of making a tune is genuinely the first bit, the first like maybe 4 bars or something, and then once I start this, once you've done that, it's like easier. Oof.
I'm more like, I was saying to him out there, man, like, I go for more fucking quality over quantity, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, sure. I don't fucking write hundreds of tunes. I ain't got a fucking, I'm not going to lie, I ain't got fucking album worth of tunes right now that I can sit and say aye, like I've got fucking Hunter sitting in the locker, man, just you wait and that man. It's coming and that, I'm just letting you wait like it's not
wait,
like
honestly I can't wait. You better be fucking
ready for it. Nah, it's not even that, mate. It's like I'm too agitated, man. I'm pure ADHD out, man. Not me, I'm pure red. Like, see, as soon as I write fucking 6 good bar, mate, I'm like, phoning my uncle, alright, hear me, man, hear this, man. I want people to hear it straight away, do you know what I mean? Like,
AJ, that's what AJ does to me every day, right? About 3 times a day he'll phone me, right? And he'll go, here, I'll listen to this, right? I just put the phone down, doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'll listen to this, right? Phone down, beat on, right? And he'll start spitting, right? And I'll go, that sounds class, bro. Later on, do it again, the exact same thing. That sounds class, bro. And they just do that all the time for me, all the time when I'm at work and all that. Bro, you need to listen to this.
I noticed that they hundreds of them are like that, mate. But
pure just can't get out it.
Nah, like
a disease almost. The rap
disease.
I've got that bug.
But that's it. But I'm not fucking. I'm more fucking, as I say, call it like, you know, like I might not have fucking hundreds of tunes there ready to go to now, but I'm obviously new. I've only been doing it for 3 months, so obviously I've got enough tunes that I can say I'm fucking happy with it now. But you know, when I'm bringing a tune out, it's going to pop, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like it's got to that point there, even though it's going to be hard to hit rising the numbers again, I know that I'm at least going to be getting fucking 20,000-30,000 views and all that on a fucking like I've got decent views for just starting, so I'm more than happy with the progress, mate. I couldn't fucking say any more about it. Once I get these podcasts out, the show's done and all that, mate, it's just going to get bigger and bigger. Like,
mate, the quality of that video, that Vanguard that you just brought that out there, didn't you? It's like everybody go check that out, Vanguard.
Everybody, man, don't miss that. It's one no, I'm going to. It's uploading. Doing the pro, it takes 10 days, innit? Mate, it takes long, mate. It takes long, but it's fucking. But the quality in that video, man. Like even Melrose, who's a well-known Scottish artist, he's been in the game for years and years. He said he's never even been to a video like that himself, and he's been to fucking hunters, mate. You know what I mean? He's like, like Specksy, you're doing it right. Like that's what I say. Like, go big or go home, mate. I'm not going to come in and half-arse it. Every video's going to be like Tenerife and all, mate. That's coming out in 3 weeks, mate. I'm in Tenerife, a wee cunt for fucking Coatbridge side, mate. In Tenerife, man, living life. Shut the weed club down, mate. Get the couches and all that out, man. Fucking living life, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, no cunts doing that, mate. Like, I'm trying to fucking change the game, mate. You know what I mean? Like, just go right all out for it, man.
See what you're saying about quality as well. Like, that's kind of, see what you're saying. Like, I don't want to do it unless it's like, that's what I kind of feel like with this podcast. Because like, I don't think I would have done this like if I just started in my room. Because I feel like it's hard to. You're just like a drop in the ocean, you know what I mean? But see if it looks good, then like that's half the battle. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that anyway, man.
It's hard to get noticed,
that's
mate.
Big King, man. Music videos are big things. Even like a thumbnail, you just see like if you own GRM Daily and all that. There's people that are just getting big stuff for the thumbnail. You seen that Nutcase 22 guy? You heard him?
Aye,
I've not heard of him.
He's that guy does that flute tune, Deep Throat Bros.
Oh right, aye.
That guy's Nutcase 22, right? But he's dressed up, right? And I swear to God, he's wearing like dungarees. He's got this sombrero and he's got a balaclava. He's dressed. It's ridiculous, right? But straight away, people look at that and they're like,
"What this? Who is this cunt?"
And it's a good tune. Do you know what I mean? It's a good tune at that. So
that's all. It's like it's just about getting the initial eyes in, innit? It's like just getting the click, and then that's half it.
My thumbnails always. Like, it's fucked up, man. I'm not going to lie, man. It's fucking. Like my thumbnail, mate, I always put it as Specksy. Like that was my plan, mate. But for Vanguard, it took long to get it done, mate. I used it up to standard and that, man, and it took a bit longer because they sent it down to London and got it. That's how it was all different for usual Scottish videos because they sent it down south and that to do it. And when I got it, man, I'd already been waiting long enough for it, so I had to get it out, mate, like the next day. And when I got it, man, it never had the fucking credentials in it saying Specksy Vanguard. So I was like, this needs sorted, bro, by the morning, man. Let's go out at 1 o'clock. The next day, man, Russell, the guy that works in there, tried it, mate. It was a different system they were using, so they couldn't get the credentials on it and send me it without it not working. And it never got it, so I couldn't post the famous fucking the Specksy thumbnail. It's a big thing, mate. Like, thumbnails are mad, and it pissed me.
You even know that for YouTube, mate. Like,
it pissed me off, mate, because I know that I've not had YouTube experience, mate. I'm new, but I know. I know what I need to do, mate, and I was pissed off because I know for a fact, man, it would have hindered us in in the slightest of ways, but I'm like, fuck it, man, the video speaks for itself.
The actual standard of the videos now, but is mental. Like, they look so professional. So even if you think compared to maybe music coming out 10 years ago, it's like on another level altogether.
So the cameras, like even like having it just when you're on the quads and just the way it goes on the dugs and that, it's like there is it, but we need to use your expertise, troops, right, on the rap game, because we've got some rappers now, obviously because they're on YouTube we can't play copyrighted music, so it's just some guys that, look, are they the best? Maybe no, but let's give them a rating out of 10. Let's watch the videos. You know, I just want to get the opinions of these young men, just to know, are they in the same boat, what's happening here. So I don't, have you ever heard a song called Shields?
Oh my god, I know that. What a tune you got about here, brother, honestly. This is for him to hear then, because I've heard this. This is an anthem, brother. This is an anthem and a half.
You heard this, Specksy?
No.
What, mate? I've never seen that in my life, mate. That's some high tech, mate.
Play it.
Right, ready? Ready, guys? You can watch it. There's no even a... Oh, there is a video, actually. Listen to this tune.
Is it in an Asian accent?
Mate, I don't know what the deal is with this tune. Tipping out the glasses.
Big blunts and the puff passes, where we don't like grasses.
Whiskey tipping out the glasses. Big bloods. Puff passes.
No, I'm not seeing that yet. How big people is that?
Never ever hate. Watch when you come, we be big raiders. Big fighters, street fucking fighters. I be so fucking hyper, I don't fucking wiper. Motherfucker, better just listen before you start dissing. Hydro, I'm a psycho. Motherfucker speak so fast like nitro.
Is that kind of
Mate, this is about 12-year-old. Look, this is the thing about this tune. I have, what?
Windows Movie Maker.
Oh, aye, the pure PowerPoint thing, that one.
Aye.
My voice for Paul Shields have went all out there and created a bit of rap history.
I don't even...
nothing on that.
Might as well pack our bags, man.
Aye, fuck, if I seen that and I started it.
Aye.
That's like one of the tunes that me and my pals have just got, we all just unanimously know, do you know what I
Aye,
mean?
mate, I'm the same. That's been a mad thing that we've known about, like, because even when we heard it, we're like, I don't even know if this is like real or a joke. I don't know what. I'm just appreciating it for what it is, mate.
It's a wee guy, man.
I'll be so fucking hyper like a Dodge fucking Viper. Brilliant, mate. Love it.
Never ever hide.
Aye, there we go.
Right, so now we've got a rap battle, right? It does say worst rap battle ever, so. This isn't even the bad cunt, mate. I'll just tell you that, now.
You're still a bitch. I'm the fake decider. I'll run on empty, you fill your tank rider. It's my job to drain you in the cypher. You got a better chance of taming a tiger or raping a dog like the fucking face inside a gay nightclub. Time cunt.
That's the good one, mate.
Let's go. I'm sorry, little kids, but I'm a killer clown today. I could say bullets are gonna spray. I'm from Brooklyn. That's alright. But let me just say, I'll actually get close and personal with a razor sharp object. But let me just say this. I'm not going to stab you in the heart. What I'm going to do is grab a pen, stab you in the neck, puncture your lungs, slam a blunt object into your stomach.
In fact, I've seen him. I think he just shot up a school, in fact.
I know.
He's just speaking to him.
And cause internal bleeding. Now, before you die, let me just say this.
What the fuck?
The reason I call myself Snipes is because I take my time to rhyme. I'm not complicated. But I'm like a sniper. I aim straight for the heart or the head.
He is a murderer, mate.
Oh, he just talk about.
Guy was just talking, mate. Guy was just then I'm going to.
Thoughts out,
Mate, the best one in that is I'm from Brooklyn. That's fine. And that's fine. He's just having a conversation with himself.
Bleeding your neck.
I'm getting famous. If you ever had that guy see the video, he's like, I'm sorry you broke. No, I don't care that you broke your elbow. It's like that guy.
I know.
Going in a rap battle and he's just speaking to the guy.
This one coming up's my personal favourite.
Aye, this is my favourite video I've ever probably seen in my life. Mate, it's not even that long, this one, I don't think. But
Best ever video.
this is just 20 seconds. It's on for about 7 minutes, mate, which I'm not going to make you sit through. But this is a video I seen. Oh, close that other one. That's what's happened
Do
to
you
me.
think we can maybe get this cunt on the pod?
I don't know.
If MD knows him.
I don't know who this guy is, mate. I seen this video on Facebook about 9 years ago, mate, and I've never forgot it.
This is the MC one, isn't it?
It's
Aye,
the
so,
finest
like-
ever, mate.
I know that fucking mountain got out of the queue through that. Yes, I could be gone. But the baseline moved that fucking body to the fucking to the fucking beat to the fucking no, so you're fucked there.
I've seen that one, man. Jesus
It's like he's
Christ.
playing the piano, he's laughing.
That's what the protest again.
I need to see it. I didn't get to see it.
No.
Do you know what's bad about it? His pal doesn't even back him up on nothing. He's
No, none of mate. The video, I'm sure the video got posted by a guy, and it was his pal, and he was sitting in the room just recording him, just like that, like pure. So he's the cuz he's well, just bamming him up, man. Poor guy, man.
We'll ask the audience, can we
Oh my
find
God.
that boy? Can we find the boy?
Can we find him and
Can we find
get
this
him on
guy?
a podcast?
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen the guy that's cuts about the tune? He's called MC Hercules.
Aye, that guy's been videoed now.
Mate, he was talking to me the other week.
Have you? He's actually quite good as well. That's the funny thing. He's actually quite good at what he
uses big
does. And
words, doesn't
he's
he?
funny, man. He's dead funny, but
I've not seen this cunt. MC Hercules, what does it look like?
Mate, you would have seen him on TikTok, mate.
Aye,
He's always on the
wearing-
street. Mate, he was ratting at me. I was walking down Vicky Road the other day.
He stands with like a car shit and that,
and he was like the man with the Jordan hoodie and the black cat and all that. And I thought,
Aye, mate, he's like that American guy, man. That hang me, that guy does it. The American guy, and he fucking, what's his name again? That American boy, and he walks down the street and he fucking says all the, like, what they're wearing and all that shit, man. He starts with a name, I can't remember, but anyway, that's what he's like, mate. He's fucking, he's walking down, man, just says all sorts of rap, uses all sorts of big words and that, man. He doesn't look like, you know, sort of
MC
couldn't be putting out
Hercules,
with it.
just talk about the most random stuff, sitting back, sipping tea, watching STV and all that. It says.
100% you know this, 100%.
If we can ever get a hold of MC Hercules, I would love to have MC Hercules on my mixtape, man.
Oh
On
my
that
God,
tune,
imagine
MC
that, mate.
Hercules, I'd love that.
You can
man.
have him, brother.
I'd love to get a tune of MC
Who's the
Hercules.
Look, let me pose the question, right? One artist, I think I know yours actually. I was going to say one artist
What?
to jump on a tune with you. Who would you want? I know what you're going to say, but
You're going to say what?
you're going to say Jamie T, going to make you feel the flea, isn't it?
No, you think I'm going to say Snoop or something?
No.
M.
Huncho?
I don't know if I would jump on a tune with him. I do love him, man, but it's a hard
Would you
one.
decline that?
No, I would never decline. I'd never
Imagine you're pure. I'm like, imagine
alright.
many views you get in your first YouTube video.
I just try to judge it.
Just like, obviously you're ahead of new, but Max is great. It's much bigger than yours. M. Huncho, mate.
No, I don't know.
Horizons, mate, don't want to know what that is.
I don't know if it's the number one. I would pick. I got a tune with me any day, but I don't know if it's the number
Obviously,
one.
me, fuck's sake.
Aye,
man,
and it's got to
That is
decide.
it, what can we make the tune about? Who could the tune about? What? Let's think about
His
this tune.
name is Matt O'Reilly. La 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 la
That is the
la.
best song ever.
I knew I seen that on Twitter ages ago, mate, and I'm like, it's a
Made the
belt. I was
Specksy
pissing
remix
myself
and
at it. I was pissing my, and I said to him whenever he mailed me, and I'm like, no way, that's that cunt that made that tune. He's like, I'm like, mate, remember we're voice noting each other? I'm like, mate, you need to give me it. And he's like, right, here we go. Then he gets out with it, man. He played it, MK. Oh, it's a
Beautiful beat.
It's a beautiful. It's a
You've
beautiful.
got a talent. You've actually got a talent for writing it, I think.
Songwriting talent.
I know, definitely.
It's mad.
No, and the other ones he made, I know, mate. That is actually like, it's
Thanks,
not as if it's
Specksy, my
just.
boy.
And that's coming from Specksy himself.
I asked the boys about their
Rap.
rap process. Tell me about yours, your writing process.
Yes. How did that
Well,
come about?
I don't know, mate. I've always had a sort of natural gift, you know. At Parkhead, I used to harmonise the songs. You never walk alone.
You used to sit 5 rows down from me, I'm sure I heard you. Next to the boys.
People greeting her in the stadium. I don't know, just on the shower. See, I've get the tunes going. I like, you know, I'm into my dance music. You know, I think that's
you
just
sing along to it.
wise or no, but obviously football fans now, they'll use like dance music as inspiration to make a beat. I was like,
Definitely. I tried. Do you
Why
know,
not?
see what he done with the I'm Feeling It? I tried that. like that was my first thought. I need to do it in a Celtic type tune, so I tried it. But man, do you know what I'm talking about? I'm fucking trying it. We just can't get enough rising. I mean, like, on it. Do you know what I mean? I even tried to jot on the wing, Jota, and place the play. I was trying it on that, mate. I tried it, mate. Didn't work. Didn't work, mate. Didn't work.
Imagine everyone to play with the shirt and all that.
Hanging off a line there, man. But no, the fucking.
That was good.
I tried it, mate. But nah, it never popped. So I was like, nah, I need to hit an all-time classic, man. And that was just fucking. Everybody remembers that. Like even Mikey Johnson messaged me when I put it out.
Did he?
Aye, straight. I mean, he was like, fucking. What's the boy made the original one like that again? Like fucking the mad MC guy for Ireland.
Pat Flynn.
That's what he was like, Pat Flynn style son. Bang, I'm going to play it in the changing room and that. So Mikey boy done it, and then it never fucking get back to me. So I never got the reaction or nothing like that, man. So I was looking for that Mikey boy, but he messaged me, man, just when I put the tune out. That's when I knew it was going to fucking go well. When he messaged me, man, I'm like, right, this is going perfect. You know what I mean?
Aye, this is taking the right.
If they've heard that at least once, then fucking I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? If Anne shares it, then life's complete. I'll patch the rap all together.
Imagine, mate, you and Ange singing at Selleck Park, man.
Who is your if you had somebody to feature on a track with you, who would it be? Who would be the
like but anybody in the world, man? Aye. Fucking probably Eminem, man. That's my first rap album was Eminem. Like I know I said I'd like get into drug and all that when I was young, but my first album and that I listened to that Eminem, mate. Like my mom's name's Debbie and that, so it's just like.
I'm gonna say your mom's name's Eminem.
No, my mom's name's Debbie. So see when it's like it used to do a bit and it's like, so fuck you, Debbie. I used to go, man, run up when I heard that tune, right up, man. So fuck you, Debbie. Run up and turn it off and that again, man. Know what I mean, but that was my shit, man. So Eminem, I went and seen him in Beltrlux. Didn't even do a pish, stood in the same spot for 6 hours, 7 hours. Didn't even do a pish. Watched Russ. He was on about 3 acts before him, before he was even pure big, and I watched him, man. Didn't even move, man. I didn't even do a pish in a cup, mate. I just stood there.
Like I thought you were going to say he pished yourself at Eminem.
I held it, mate, man. I've got a fucking bladder like an ox, so I held it in the full time, mate, until the legend came on, so I had a good spot, mate, because I fucking love Eminem, mate, honestly. What a guy, man. So I would choose him if I had to choose anybody. Fuck him, Huncho.
M Huncho's already been patched, mate. He'll only get 5k in his first video.
For me, it'd be easy, man. Mizzer Mac. Mizzer Mac thinks the GOAT, man.
Who's that?
Mizzer Mac, Harlem Spartans. Drill music, like, that's just like 2017
I know.
Drill, but Mizzer Mac's like
we all take this from here, guys. Drill corner. Get the shanks out, guys.
Get the
so remember when he started Kingdom?
But Mizzer Mac, man, he's always fucking in and out of jail, that guy, so he's not really making much music anymore.
You don't really hear much on it?
It's just, that's what proper got me into music. That's what I base a lot. I try to get a lot of my flows, not that kind of based off what he does, man. I think he's.
You just enjoy it a lot, man.
For sure.
Aye.
Definitely.
I fucking love Mizzer, man. Shout out to Mac.
Mate, so you were saying earlier a bit about Coatbridge, quite proud Coatbridgeman.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Coatbridgeman? I wear the Coatbridge very proudly.
And I've always wondered, is there a bridge with any coats on it?
There could have been, but there wasn't. I don't know why they never done that, but
because I'm thinking, I sometimes think, was there at some point a bridge where people put their coats? Maybe there wasn't courtrooms back in the day. Maybe there was just a big bridge everybody had to go and leave their jacket, and that could have been
an interesting question. Evans actually asked Benny. I was going to say, is there a man in Cardonald called Donald with a car?
Not them with a car, and then there we go.
Imagine that was the origin story.
No, it's a mystical little town to say the least. It's the guy actually wrote Marvel's the Coatbridge. So he is. Aye, with the town head, Mark Hingway. Mark's what his name is. He's the town head, so he is. In Coatbridge. Guy made Marvel, mate.
Ricky Burns, he know for Coatbridge.
He's the Cambro, mate. He stayed, but that's the fucking where I moved from when I was about 15, man, up to Cambro, and he was staying there for a while, man. But fucking, I don't know what happened to him, man. I think shit went downhill for Ricky.
I don't think anybody is known for coming for Cardi. Hopefully you'll get me soon known for coming for Cardi. But
Mate, I don't think what's in Cardonald. I'm trying to. There's a college.
there's a college.
In fact, what we should day troops, right? Because this is basically what we're doing right now. We done Scheme Olympics last week, right? Which we had a ranking system. Could you get a picture of it, maybe? I'm trying to remember what the ranking systems. But it was the top was healthiest. Then it was
The healthiest.
it was the healthiest. Then it was healthy. Then it was quite healthy. No that healthy. And then unhealthy at the bottom. And we had a bunch of places. So we want to do this with your areas because I don't know much about Coatbridge. I don't know much about Cardonald, right? So you need to give us a sort of rundown really like non-black, take your love of the place with it and just go, is it a good, what is happening there? Do I like it? Do I hate it?
Honestly, there's no much going on in Cardi at all, man.
No.
There's no much. It's a great place to be. It's quite quiet, man. There's a big Morrison's, you know what I mean? Everybody loves a Morrison's in Cardi, do you know what I mean? And then there's a good few shops, but you've got good Chineses over that way, do you know what I mean?
This is what we really need to think about here because what we're going to say is, see we move there, am I going to enjoy it? That's maybe what we're thinking for.
Me, I've never actually hung about Cardonald ever, I swear to God.
Never been outside, innit?
There's people that I'm pals with that stay in Cardonald, but I've always travelled over to like Partick's where I've always hung about for ages, man.
Right, okay. Wait, so I'll give you a choice here. You want to do Partick or Cardonald?
Well,
What are you more experienced in talking about?
I'm more experienced talking about Partick for sure.
Right, let's go Partick. We'll not go Partick. We're going to do Partick. So I'm going to tell you what we've got so far, right? This is the ranking. So the healthiest is Poso Park, baby.
Park's healthiest.
That's the top because sometimes
Street in it, man.
but the vibes, mate. There's a lot going on, mate. Aye, proper good. So and then healthy, we've got Cambuslang, Shettleston, Easterhouse, Blantyre.
Cambuslang, I don't agree with that. I have to say, man. I'm not a fan. I know you're for Cambuslang, right? If you listen to the podcast and that, right? But Cambuslang, I've only ever been there, right, for a few times, right, and I used to go up and go to my pal's house, right, but his pal's mom had like OCD, right, so I could never like go in the house, so I would always get off the train station, right, and I don't know if you'll know what I'm talking about, but you go like, right up a hill, I don't know where it takes you, right,
up these mad old houses now.
Pain in the arse, right, so I used to trek up this hill, and I used to go meet my mate, but I could just on outside. Because it's more got pure brutal OCD. Know if somebody's
so you've got bad experiences.
Aye, so Cambuslang.
She doesn't. I'll say she doesn't represent us all. I'm not all that.
I've actually been camping in Cambuslang. Believe it or not, imagine that camping in Cambuslang.
I haven't been camped in Cambuslang. I live there, man.
Cambuslang? You've not
Cambuslang, aye. Well, where did you camp in Cambuslang? I'm intrigued.
I can't actually remember. Though. I don't really know the area well, but it was a wee bit of like spare ground. You shouldn't have camped here. I swear to God, you should not have been camping here, and I didn't have a good time, man.
10 metre away from the main road.
On the main road. A good time. I've got stories about that and all, by the way, man. I'll go into that when we'll talk about Partick. Well, camping in the middle of main roads and all that, man. But Cambuslang, I've not really had the greatest times in Cambuslang.
Well, here, that's fair enough. I'm not a big defender of Cambuslang, whatever. It is what it is, mate. But
Coatbridge should be up there, mate. I'm not going to lie. We're going further down the list. Coatbridge should be up at the top.
Well, we've got quite healthy. We've got Springburn and East Kilbride, and then no even that healthy. We've got Paisley, and then we've no got an unhealthy.
Not got an unhealthy.
No, we can't put Coatbridge on unhealthy, mate.
So you
sounds like Cardonald should be on that. Sounds shite in the Cardonald. There's always somebody getting killed or stabbed in Coatbridge.
Let's do them all in Cardonald.
Put Cardonald in and all. Honestly,
that's at the bottom.
Tell me about
it.
I love Cardonald. I'm only in Cardonald to sleep and get stoned, right? That's when I'm in Cardonald. So I'm just out my back getting stoned in Cardonald all the time, and that's why I like Cardonald, because I'm just stoned in Cardonald.
You've wrote all your tunes in Cardonald, basically.
The tunes have came from my back garden. I mean, so
it's in Cardonald.
It's got a college,
it's got
great educational opportunities.
The Covadis pub, brilliant boozer.
Where?
The QV, mate. The pub.
That's where my stepdad drinks in the Covadis.
The
good
QV.
Pub, good pub.
You've got your man Tommy Sheridan lives in the Cardi, doesn't he?
He does indeed. I know. You've got a library.
Yeah, well, God.
Morrison's. We've mentioned Morrison's before. We've got a lot of good stuff going for us in Cardonald. I wouldn't put it as far down the list as unhealthy, but I wouldn't quite put it up near the top either. I think there's a lot going on in Cardonald.
Nah. We've got it.
Mid-range in it. Stefo's mid-range.
Why don't we put it bang in the middle? No bad, but no great.
No bad, but no the best.
Quite healthy.
Quite healthy. I think we can go quite healthy.
Aye, let's go quite healthy.
Quite healthy.
I'll take it.
Healthy, Coatbridge, man.
Now
It's
talk
got
to
this
us.
fucking, what's it, nut got, mate? You've been to the timey, mate? You've been to the timey?
I need to agree with you, mate.
You've been to the timey?
Aye, just that alone, mate.
Mate,
That is a universe itself.
it's
A
mate,
metaverse,
mate, that's the actual known, like, I shouldn't even put Glasgow in my bio, I should just put timey Coatbridge, mate. Then cunts would know where I've been in Spain, mate. In Spain. Yeah, mate, where you from, mate? Just outside of Glasgow, Coatbridge. Oh, yeah, where the time capsule is, mate. Cunts, mate, all over the place,
Cunts
mate.
coming up on holiday, go to the time
mate,
capsule.
That's the
mate,
only
it's
time, I
well known, mate, so tight the timing, mate, but obviously, all that shit he's mentioned, mate, it's got that quadruple, mate, do you know what I mean? It's got fucking hundreds of fucking shops, it's got Tesco, Asda, any shop you want, mate, it's got every phone shop on the planet. Jet Atlantic, it's still Atlantic chippy, one of the best chippy of the year, 2009 and 10, and it had it on it for about 6 years. 2016 it was like best chippy 29-10. But it's got.
It's mad how you remember that.
I mean, because my mum owned a sunbed shop behind it, so she did. My mum owned a sunbed shop right behind it, so it was fucking.
It's always
You
got
seen
it,
it every
see
day,
it
mate. Do you know what I
on
mean?
that.
But it's got all sorts, mate. At Coatbridge, it's got fucking all sorts of shit, man, and it's got obviously got all the Main Street, which has got Hush. Well, it's not anymore. Hush has been shut down, but that was a classic. It's now Envy now, and it's got the new one, the cocktail bar. It's open. It's got the Quadrant, which is a shopping
Mate, you
centre.
could be the fucking mayor of Coatbridge, man.
Mate, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's
mate,
I want to open
That's the next
Quadrant.
album name, mate. Mayor of Coatbridge.
Aye, that means Huncho the Mayor, that was one of Huncho's ones. But see the Quadrant that's shut down now. It's like got a couple of shops just in the front, but it was a shopping centre. It's quite small, but when I was in fucking my second high school, Coatbridge High, it was still open at the time, man. It still had a couple of wee shops in it, but now it's closed down. I want to fucking, when I make it, mate, I'm buying the Quadrant, mate, and I'm going to make a shop for top 10 things that cunts like, mate. Music, fucking food, scran, for whatever it is, mate, and I'm going to fucking make a shop for everyone, mate. Mate, do you know what I mean? I just come up to fucking Specksy's Quadrant, mate, and fucking
Specksy's Quadrant.
You can do what you want, mate.
Anything can have Specksy's Quadrant, bro.
I'm telling you, mate, it's
The only rule, there's not one single rule, mate.
mate, no, but fucking, it's hang me. Dean, the guy runs Natural Solutions, man. He went to open like a fucking music studio up in there, like do something like that and all, man. Make a big massive music studio, hang like you could sit. There was artist rooms, recording rooms for bands and all that, hundreds of shit, mate. But I don't know what the fuck's happened, mate, man. But fucking, I don't know. I think it's maybe just a fucking a dream and all, man. But I'm telling you, I would love to if I hit a million and get a big fat payout, man. That's the place to open a good couple of shops, because I wouldn't want to just open one shop, mate. I'd want to open a couple of shops, man. That's somewhere you can do your 5 best fucking things.
Aye, you don't need. You
mate.
never need to leave the Quadrant.
Mate, you never, mate. It's got a VR. I'll have a VR hang me for all the cunts sitting into that. Metaverse pish, mate. You know what I mean? I'll have a fucking a restaurant, mate. A fucking smoke.
Go on holiday in the garden.
I'll have a smoke room in it, mate.
Specksy Airlines, you could fly people in the virtual
There's got a car park on
universe.
top of it, mate. You could actually lift planes for it. I could get a private helicopter bit, mate, and you could fly in celebrities, mate.
Mate,
Aye,
how funny would that be? Mate, Coatbridge, I think.
I'm gonna fucking geese these while we're on this convo, man. All right, fucking this is Coatbridge's favourite shop, mate. We're talking about Coatbridge, mate. This is Coatbridge's best shop, mate. Natural Solutions, mate. That's what fucking makes Coatbridge, man. Right, so we've got a fucking couple of things.
I keep meaning to go there, and it's just far away from me.
He
But
was saying to me before he came in, I've got a lot of presents here. I'm like, I've only brought Stardog, mate.
Evan, this is off
No
of
Brian.
Jameson.
nah, I don't take today with any of
Get
this.
some of these into you, man. That's why I wanted to put them on a bit earlier, man. This is CBD gummies, mate. That's why I wanted to get them on a bit earlier, bro. What I'm saying, and fucking batter into them, man. Keep them in for people, man. See if you take one of them at the start of the podcast, you'd have been more chilled out, man. I'm telling you. Anxiety and all that. There's no weed in it, mate. Won't get you high, mate.
That's good.
It's banging, mate. I've got a fucking. I was telling you, I've got a 75% done CBD diploma, mate.
Ah, you're
Aye, mate, so
Mate, what does a CBD diploma include? Like, what? Tell me about this. Why
a
we eat
paper
one?
like that, you are a CBD doctor. No, I mean,
They're good.
no, they're bang, mate. Like,
This is what's going on in Coatbridge, ain't it?
aye, mate, no, CBD, mate, it's banging it. Like, once you get the diploma, it's just like, it'll be good, mate, that if, when it gets bigger, mate, that I've got it there, like, do you know what I mean? If I ever wanted to dwell into the world of CBD, I get, like, I'm still part of the Natural Solutions family and that, but, if, like, do you know what I mean? If fucking in the future, man, it's just good to have it for reference, because it's, that's the way the world's going, innit, mate? Like, it's fucking...
The CBD stand for Coatbridge boys.
No, mate, unfortunately not, man. So I've got fucking... You're going to be... There's fucking all sorts of shit here, mate, so that's... It's for the fucking in here, mate. It's not a real joint, man, right? But it's a wee thing for in here, mate, in case of fucking stress. Use a natural solution,
That's
mate.
fucking class,
And
mate.
that's clout, that's the papers, the shop's papers, you know what I mean? So that's for in here, mate.
If that was a real
Fucking-
joint, man, you'd be smashing that home when you
Mate, it's an SOS thing, mate, that I'm on about.
It's Coatbridge, man.
Aye, mate, it's the Coatbridge. So these are the fucking papers, mate. I know obviously you might get people that come here, man, and fucking want to roll a joint and that, man. So I've got the fucking different types of papers we've got,
Mate, these look unbelievable by the way, the packaging.
Aye, mate, so we've got white man, fucking first one, multi man, so you can see the packaging inside. We've got the white one, we've got the red ones.
I grabbed a packet of mail earlier.
So what do you worked in here?
I worked in here, mate. I'm still part of the family. I'm still. Do you know what I mean? I don't work there like do shifts in it now.
Where
but
is it? What's it? Where can people find it?
Mate, right next to Whifflet train station, mate. Aye, that's just for the. That's just for the. Since it's Reilly's Gaff, mate. It's only right, man. I got the gold too. That's just for my boy. That's it. So.
Oh my boy, thank you, bro.
Since it was Reilly's Gaff, man, the king had to wear the chain and the
That's a
gaff.
belter.
You're going to be impressed, mate. I've not even busted the boxes open, mate. So.
Mate, fucking thank you so much, man. That's unbelievable, mate.
These
I thought you were gonna. Buy me like a bottle of Lucasade or something, man.
These are Natural Solutions fucking bags, man. If
Fucking
you're ever
hell.
they're smell proof, mate. So see if you're ever fucking out and about.
In case you get some smelly fruit or something.
No, I'm talking about some smelly.
That's one of the best ideas I've heard about that, by the way. That's quality, isn't it?
So
Go in the
it's a
bus.
smell
all
proof
good.
bag, man. Fucking.
Obviously, I don't smoke at all, so I can.
Aye, Bill.
Gammon and
Aye, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, aye, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Gammon. That'll do me for my lunch, man.
lunch and all that.
Bit of fish,
Bro.
bits of salmon and that tuna and that,
Mate,
bro.
this is fucking. This is it. I've opened it upside down.
It's unbelievable, by the way.
Look at this shit.
You can hand these out, mate, as you go along. Look, this is wee gifts for you. You can hand it on all, mates. These are all different grinders, brother.
You've lost it, bro.
I can't it's like grinders, brother. Like Benny batter and nephew, so you've got a couple, man. You know what it's like, mate.
Look at this table, mate. This is unbelievable, mate.
What's going on here, by the way, here? There you go over there, brother.
Do you smoke, big man? Aye.
What a man, Specksy. What a man.
Batter into the skins, that man. Batter into the water.
What a man, bro.
flavoured.
That bro, no, these are the new Clouds fucking pre-rolls, mate. They're no flavoured, man. We've got the pink ones coming out for the birds and all, but so this is the most impressive one, but mate, this is.
Oh, I've seen this.
This is the most
I've seen
impressive
this,
one,
mate.
On by the way.
So this is the first ever thing ever done, mate, and fucking it's owned by Clouds and Natural Solutions, bro. So it's a speaker Bluetooth rolling tray, mate. It plays tunes, mate. A speaker.
I've fucking seen this, mate.
Main
Tunes, mate. Right, so. It fucking.
You sit in your row, you're trying to get a wee bit of reggae on.
Connect your fucking speaker to it, mate. Let me just fucking get it working, brother.
That's crazy.
Right.
Is she for Coatbridge, that woman? No.
Mate, so China.
For me as a non-smoker, say I'm having a picnic in Glasgow Green with my missus or
There you
something.
go.
Strawberries and that on that.
Mate, you could put a cheese board,
cheese.
mate.
Oh,
Jacob's
delightful
crackers.
cheese board.
A selection.
That'll do, man.
Mate, I'm going to get this fucking in the.
Unbelievable, man.
It lights up and all, man. If we can get the fucking
So I can use that for like.
in the dark, mate. You're in the.
Cutting your cheese and all that.
Mate, you ever have a blackout, mate? You might have a blackout, mate. Boom, we light on it, mate.
Power cuts.
There's power cuts happen, everybody wake up, power cuts do happen. You don't think it's going to happen until it happens, bro. And then you're like, oh aye, these happen.
You've got your own tray when the power comes.
Chains on.
See, I could have like a techno picnic with us.
A lovely techno picnic.
I'm
You
trying to
could have a
get the-
CBD gummy. I'm going to have another one.
Aye, mate, they're banging, mate. I'm fucking using another one.
They're banging in.
Bastard into them.
I wish I fuck. Right, know what? Listen, you need to fucking plug in all that.
Mate, this is fucking impressive enough, just
Right,
seeing this.
That is me.
You know what it does, right? We're getting 0 bars in here, but see whenever you got a bring weight, it'll connect, mate, and you get it fucking popping, the tunes popping.
Play
you can roll
Vanguard,
the joints,
innit?
mate.
Play
I mean,
Vanguard
aye,
through
play
the drone
Vanguard
trace,
through it, mate.
Unbelievable, man.
Rising.
Rising,
Everything.
though. So I've got the another one here. I know, mate. I don't know if this is a
Mate, I genuinely thought in that bag there was like a cut of cans of Iron Brew or something.
Natural Solutions. Other one, I know, mate. So it's a fucking-
Unbelievable,
the
man.
two of them, brother. So
What's
we'll
an
use
idea like this, by the
usually
way?
roll our joints and how we finish. That I mean, but aye, boys.
What's an
that's it.
idea, bro?
They're fucking hangbees, man. So aye, batter into it, boys, and fucking. Man,
Unbelievable, mate.
Doesn't that, brother?
Are we getting it?
Get a fucking.
G to Joe, it's give one to Joe.
Aye, bro. Batter in,
Quality
man.
stuff, man.
There's the fucking shit for it. But I'll give you all the boxes now at the end, mate. But aye, mate.
Unbelievable.
Get this shit.
Right through the
I
middle.
want one with my face on it. Imagine it.
You can be that wee guy in the middle.
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Mate, thank you so much. That's fucking unbelievable. I can't actually believe how much stuff
For the
you've got.
Natural Solutions family, man. So
Fucking
aye,
hell.
fucking.
Troops.
First to use,
Need to
innit?
check them out, man. They know what, like, pure sticks out to me, like the quality of the packaging and all that is
Aye,
fucking
it's
top draw,
like,
mate.
Top drawer indeed,
Dean
man.
does not fuck
So
about,
I
mate.
think, mate, based on fucking all this, based on everything you've said, I think we're looking at a Hellfest.
Mate,
It can, if I can go bowling there,
mate,
it's a Hellfest.
down to Showcase Cinemas, mate.
Oh,
Hollywood Bowl, mate.
come on.
Aye, mate, it's Coatbridge, mate.
Mate, what you'll
Showcase
find-
Cinema and Hollywood Bowl, mate.
Everywhere is Coatbridge in some sort of way.
some way.
What did I say earlier on? I said that Glasgow's is greater Coatbridge, innit? So.
A greater Coatbridge.
It's a fucking place, brother.
Hellfest, Joe, put it in Hellfest,
get
man.
up there.
That's to go Hellfest. Well done, Coatbridge, man.
Right, we need to hear about Partick. Well, I'm hearing your camp on Main Rose. I'm hearing all sorts of wild shit. That was the
What is
first.
happening, man?
I love that. That's the first thing I heard about Partick. So
Partick's brilliant, man. It's kind of died down a bit now, but at one point there was a good load of boys all about my age at the time, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and we used to all go down there. So there was rapid bucket spots and all that, right? So you had about 3 or 4 bucket spots all located about Partick. No matter what you turned up to, there was always a team of people there aligned for the
was there
bucket and all
one
that.
at see the park across from the police station?
Aye, one in there.
Aye, I remember
At the
that.
back of there.
I think I visited that one.
Rapid bucket, so that's one thing going for it. I used to always just go over there. My mate Donnie stays in there, one of my best pals, so I used to just go there after work every day and just cut about doing random shit. So we're cutting about one day and we're like, right, what can we do here? Bored at our nuts. Fuck it, we'll go buy a tent in it. We'll go hotbox a tent. Why not? It's better than just cutting about doing no. Of
course it is.
So we go to Argos, we get a tent, and we're like, where can we pitch this up, right? So I don't even remember the street name, man. But there's if you know what Highland Secondary is, right? Down at the bottom of that hill, there's a wee bit there. So like, it's not a main road, but it's a road, right? Aye, kind of near Crow Road, and there's a wee grassy hill up behind a wee fucking couple of houses and that, and we're like, perfect, nobody can see it for the road. Pitched up a tent near, like, just kind of, it's about 10 feet away if you like the pavement.
So you've been
sitting in
camping
there.
down Partick, I know?
Not even like actually camping it, just
On the
pitching,
ground.
pitching up tents and just sitting in tents getting hot
Yeah,
boxed in it.
that's
In
unbelievable.
Partick.
Fucking hell.
But
So
aye,
do you still go to
Partick's
Partick a lot?
I'm not really over there to hang about. I'm just kind of doing my own thing now, but I'll go over there to see my mate Donnie quite a lot.
Aye.
I've got a lot of good stories in Partick. I'll go into one quickly, man, because this is hilarious.
Fire away, mate.
But there's a shop in Partick, it's called Roasted Bubbly Jocks, right?
Aye, I know it.
You know that, right?
Oh, it's a famous establishment.
Famous establishment. You'll know. Aye, you'll know. Like, outside they've got a big glass window, right? And it's just one of the ones that didn't have anything on it for ages, right? So it's just a big glass window, and we used to walk across there, me, my mate Donnie and Chavi, and we used to say to somebody, "Here, go spread yourself on that window," right? So you go up to this big glass window here, right? And you just have somebody, boom, everybody's inside eating their dinner. Somebody's on the window. Like that, right on this window, right? So it's hilarious, right? And every time, right? No, nobody cock it.
That's what I was thinking, mate.
I don't know, you look up as a big cock. Well, just random, it was just how funny. Well, like, we guys at the time,
Oh,
right?
mate.
But then the guy in there started to clock on, he used to stay call us wee bastards and all that, right? But there was one time, I'm like to my mate Donnie, we're walking down the street, I'm like to him, here, film this, right? And he goes, "What's the problem, mate?" Right? Takes the phone, starts filming. I'll send you it over, right? So you can
Right.
try to get it in.
Aye, we
It's
can put it up, we can put it
hilarious, right? So I take a wee jog across the street, right? Across the Roasted Bubbly Jocks, and as soon as I hit the pavement, I sprint, right? You ever seen the videos? The guy jump on the window, right? Sideways, bang, right on the window.
Aye.
Right? I'm about this high off the ground, mate. You just see me, boom, and then I hit the deck, mate. You just hear my pal pure laughing. It's hilarious. Partick's a great place to be. I'd put Partick, not at the very top, but the one below the top. That's where I would go with Partick. But you can be
I
down
love
to
it, mate,
disagree. I
Partick's-
love Partick.
It's
I love Partick.
It's
Healthy, maybe.
I think
Healthy.
Partick's the place to be,
Partick and healthy.
I think
we
so.
can
Can
go
you go bowling in Partick? It cannot qualify for healthy. I suppose you can go bowling in
Can I go
Porto.
bowling?
Lawn bowling.
How's Postal made its way up there, man?
Things go a bit shaky at the end of the episode. I
Who was
don't
on
know
this podcast?
Mate, maybe just me and Jamie just like, Porto, it's fucking amazing, mate. Put it at man.
10 pin or what, lawn bowls and that? Guess you can do the lawn bowls and that.
Oh,
Yeah, in Coatbridge you can do the fucking lawn mow. There's about 3 different ones. You can do fucking 10 pin bowling, mate.
Aye, alright.
Go to the arcades,
You
mate.
can get it all.
I'm telling you, mate.
Coatbridge is here.
We've got it
Come
all.
down for a
Mate.
day in Coatbridge, mate. Go down to the Summer League Heritage, mate, and find some rich history,
Will
mate.
you take us like a guided tour of Coatbridge
We should do an
special?
episode,
we should
mate.
do a video
We should do an
you
episode, mate.
Cause we want to start go to different places that we put on
Aye,
this.
and I want to start getting involved in YouTube a bit more than other than the singing.
Aye,
mate.
let's do it. Let's. You can take us on Coatbridge for the day.
Aye, mate, we should do a hangman. I can
should
take us to
be-
the best parts of Coatbridge.
Oh, I
mate.
would love that, mate. Let's do
Summer
it.
League Museum and that?
That's
Down
what
the
I'm saying,
mine?
that's what I'm talking about, Summer League Heritage, mate.
Oh,
I was
Let's go to
there
the. I'll
the
go
other
to the
day,
mine.
There you go, any means.
That's what it is. I do the night. I'll take into all the old houses, mate, and so you can see what the houses look like in Coatbridge.
I've never
in the
done this,
60s,
mate, I'm
90s,
excited.
mate.
There you go,
You can go on the tram.
You can sell this to people, mate. Like a wee
I
tour
used to be a
guide.
salesman, brother. You know what I mean?
Did you?
That's
What
I
were you
done
selling?
when I
What were
was
you
a rapper.
selling?
Gas and lecky, fucking windy panes, fucking.
Tell me some. Tell me some
and I
technique.
can't tell you the rest what I was selling, but
CBD gummies, man. Mate, tell me about maybe some techniques you learned. And so how would you get me to buy something off you?
Okay. So you're walking by. Most of the time, man, like, I'm not going to lie, like fucking. You used to always go for like. Either sounds bad. Junkies, right? You used to always want to go for junkies a lot, right? But not too much, and then like just to like maybe like fucking malls with like prams and shit like that. Because I mean, you know, man, they're needing they need to save some money somewhere. Do you know what I mean? So you would turn to people and then you would walk by, man. You'd have the hair, the shirt on, and all that shit, man. The nice shoes and that. The fucking you'd be looking slick. That's the first thing. You've got to look good, bro. Do you know what I mean? And then you wait on them to get in a certain radius, maybe with your man's, and you just make eye contact. You say, "Hiya, how you doing? Who does your gas and electricity?" So that's how you.
Smooth,
That's
mate.
it. But then the main part was what they said back to you. Because you always had a witty fucking comeback, mate. There's like, it's weird, mate. The general public only say like 10 things, mate. Like, do you know what I mean?
Aye,
Like,
only
you talk
ever
to
is 10.
thousands of cunts, mate, and they all say one of the 10 things, mate. So anytime they say that you had the bomb, like, I mean, like a quick king, mate, like. Cunts would say something a bit fucking being be like, you tell it, mate, who does your gas and electricity? You tell it, mate, I've got everything with them. Aye, but have you seen the recent price rise in your ticket? Did you see the latest article that came out and all that? Like, pure, like, just hundreds of, you had hundreds of shit, mate. But I travelled down fucking England and that, done it, man. Like, I done it over. I won fucking gold award for getting the best sales out of the full like UK, out of the Scottish Power segment.
Fucking
and
hell,
I got a
bro.
£2,000 bonus in that, man, for like a week's work, mate. It was
Coatbridge,
bagging.
You've got the best chippy, you've got the best salesman.
The best salesman.
Ask Gary Kennedy. Anybody wants to quote me on it, ask Gary Kennedy. I got a phone call. I tell that story on fucking on Hawaii, man, but I got a phone call and I fucking thought I was maybe getting sacked because I left early that day. I thought it was going to get me in trouble or maybe whatever, and then when he phoned me, he's like, "Oh, how do you feel if I fucking put like £2,300 into your bank or something right now?" I was like, "What the fuck you on about in that?" And he's like, "You've won the gold award, Reese," and all that. I'm like, "I won!"
Mate, I feel like you've just had a pure mad life,
Oh,
mate.
I have, mate. I've had a crazy. I've done that. Something I'm pure ADHD out my nut, mate. I've done like played with a football team, man, and I got a 9-match banner. And then I go back and I've done fucking Muay Thai, like kickboxing and all that, mate. I've done parkour for a bit, mate. Robbie Griffith, you know Robbie Griffith's pure famous parkour front for Coatbridge. Aye, mate. I used to do it with him back in the day and that, mate. Like I've done fucking hundreds of shit, mate.
Mate, that's in parkour. That's fucking mad, mate.
I used to be able to do a side flip, believe it or not. No, now, fuck's sake.
Parkour to Parkers,
Aye,
man.
mate, I've done actual hundreds of shit, mate. I've done about 10 different jobs.
Aye, what kind of jobs you done?
Cocktail business, mate. I've still got it, still there. Boomtails, mate. I've still got that. I just stopped it because it was a bad weather, but I'm going to bring it back in the summer, mate. I've got my own cocktail business, man. Clinchburn Parkhead with them in the Ibrox with the straws and that, mate. I had the blue ones and the green ones, Venoms and the blue booms, and you sit with the big long straw, mate, and put it in your pocket, man. Just slurp it, mate. Not I'm on about. In the game, mate. I've got the aim, mate, for the summer. I've got fucking. I'm a pure entrepreneur, mate.
I was
I've got
gonna say.
hundreds of shit, mate. I'm a Del boy, man.
Yeah.
Aye,
Yeah.
heavy Del boy, mate. Yeah, obviously I do the fucking the digress part and all that. Do you know what I
I
mean?
feel like the music is just like, well,
It's just a laughing. The music is it's just like that's just grand. That's what I'm saying, mate. I'm making a business out of this, mate. Like I've got fucking I set up. Obviously I've just done the music, but then I just set up Twitch, mate. I'm going to start doing. I've started doing gaming and all, mate.
I was really wondering this before I came, and I want to ask you, right? Say you make it. Say you get say you get the million. The quadrant is packing. You're coming through. You're coming through with this chain.
I know. I need to
and nothing else, right? You've obviously got a lot of money then. Do you ever consider laser eye surgery or
no.
the specs are always
never, mate?
Because that just tells everything down.
That who's Specksy without the specs, mate?
Contacts you.
Mate, do you know what I mean?
Contacts you. Contacts you.
But that's it, mate. Like, nah, mate. Specksy, mate. I've owned them now, mate. I'll never not have glasses, mate. I've got astigmatism, mate. It's like hard to even get a fucking laser eye surgery. I'm not even sure it would work, mate. My eyes are like this instead of like this. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like a rugby ball instead of a circle. So I've got shit eyesight and I need to deal with it, mate. So I had to own them, mate. Like, if I'm going to be specky all my life, mate, I need to be Specksy, not Specky. You know what I'm on about? So
mate,
that's it, mate.
Tremendous.
I always knew, mate. I'm telling you, as I say now, I always knew that I would fucking be like do something like myself, like big mate, something big mate, but I never knew when it was. Like even when I was doing natural solutions, I'm all constantly like fuck it. Like I thought something that was going to pop off. Like I was doing my own shit, like making my own mini natural solutions. I was doing my own shit in there, like fucking doing my own trays and all that with shit. Like just I've always been a fucking hustler, mate, and a grafter, mate. I've always went out my way to try and do my own shit, mate. I left school when I was like 15, you know what I mean? I've just always worked and done hustling, doing my own businesses. Always, mate, always, man. And fucking I knew something was going to pay off, and then obviously fucking raps, but I found just went the fucking most well, so this has given me a platform to do what I want now, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's not just about the music, mate. It's given me a platform to fucking do comedy, fucking music, whatever it is I want to do, mate. Do you know what I mean? So I'm putting my finger in all pies, mate, and whenever it does pop, like you said, mate, I'm ready, mate. My Twitch is ready to go whenever I'm popping, my fucking pot, everything, mate. So it's just it's all set up, mate. It's ready to go, man. It's ready to pop, mate. I just need to fucking
Andy's a I know, man.
That's my beautiful daughter, mate. I know, mate. The best thing that ever happened to me, I know, man. Do you know what I mean? I found out I was my missus was pregnant, man. Fucking whenever I was down Leeds working, that was the week that I hit that fucking jackpot hang, mate. You know what I mean? I done pure banging, mate. And I was down there and I got the phone call, mate. You know what I mean? To say I was fucking with my dad. I was only 19 at the time. By the time she was born, I was 20. You know what I mean? So I was fucking young, mate. And I shat my pants, man. But I've stepped up to it, mate.
Yeah, that's maturity as well.
Oh, aye, mate. 100, mate. I've got my fucking daughter. I've got my fucking missus, I've got my dog, my wee French bulldog, mate. I've got my own Gaff. This is my second house I've had, mate. I mean, I've been driving for I've got my head screwed right on, mate, since a young age. Like people think I'm daft as fuck, mate, but I'm one of the most screwed on cunts you'll meet, mate. Do you know what I mean? Realise even the amount of weed I smoke, mate, still, you know what I mean? I'm still
That's why Nick thinks Spexsy's 22 years of age,
mate. Do you know what I mean?
True.
I'm fucking switched on, mate. So
that's good,
something's going to pop, man, soon. It's just a matter
of happening now, man.
You know what I mean?
What about you? Like, what did you do? You said you worked in.
It's like a wee pharmacy thing. It's like a dispensary. So it's like, do you know the wee trays that all people get, like the Dorset boxes they're called? Just sit and make them. So it's like a canter, man. I can just sit, I put a wee earphone in, get a podcast on, get tunes on. It's just I've been a bit lazy, to be fair. I've been there for the last 5 years, but right now it's kind of. It's funding what I'm doing outside it. Do you know what I mean? I get you.
Before to jump, make a jump in it, but
right now I'm just.
Don't know when the right point. Like how do you know? Know what I mean?
Especially if you've got a card on it, it's hard to fucking make a jump.
I'm just focused on trying to make music work in it, and while this is managing to fund that's the main thing. That's the main thing, man. But we've got a lot of good ideas on the go, man. Like, I've made obviously a couple of mistakes already. There's a couple of videos I've got that I've done well already, like 15k views and that. The most I've got is like 16k views in a tune now, which is good for me. I think that's mental, man. 16,000 cunts is 16,000 cunts at the end. But how can we go bigger than that? Do you know what I mean?
Keep moving forward.
There's certain videos I've done. There was one day a tune I've done called New Year, New Me. I thought it was a quality idea. I put it out on the day, like just New Year's Day. Do you know what I mean? So that tune was just about New Year, New Me, and who am I kidding? Still up to the same old shit. That's what that was. Just like, can I try to make it relatable in a way? But the video for it, I was like, right, what can we do? Like, fuck it, we'll just go to Beltrlux, which is just stupid. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just a random video. So what Specksy was talking about earlier, just start getting all these videos together. So I've got an idea for a mixtape. It's going to be called In the Making, as I said, and that's going to be hopefully the best mixtape that's come out of Scotland, isn't it?
Good stuff, mate. That's the aim, man, isn't it? Every time.
Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. I'm here to mate. I'm here to help every company. Like, cunts are asking me, like, people are coming in. I've just came into the rap scene. I've obviously fucking made a pure big jump, mate. I'm getting all these views and all that. So people are coming to me and saying, "Wait, what are you doing, mate, to do that?"
Aye, the difference,
and I'm
aye.
telling, mate. I mean, I'm here, mate. Like, but I have camera and that, man. I'll help any, mate. I'll help whatever any kind of needed, mate. Help. Do you know what I mean? Like, to see what they can do to make themselves a bit better, mate. In the scene, you know what I mean? Like, fucking shit. Sorry, aye. So like, I would fucking do whatever, fucking like help whatever, mate. I'm not bored about. Oh, I want to be the fucking top. I want to be the best and all that, mate. Like, if I want always to do good, mate.
I think like that is the thing. Like a lot of people, maybe in music, I don't know, but for what people told me on this podcast, and that's like a lot of people are just trying to jump ahead of each other and that. But see, the thing is, like, see if you're good at what you do and you're good enough, like you get what you deserve. Do you know what I mean? It's not a thing like I need to take him down because I need to be in that. There's no spots. Like everybody's on their phone constantly all the time
for everybody to eat, mate.
Exactly, mate.
Right,
Exactly.
now there's a gap, man, and I don't know if most people see it, but you see it with like people are like, oh, you can't deal with the accent and all that. But there's people from Liverpool, their accent's obviously English, but it's a strong accent. Do you know what I mean? There's a gap right now for Scottish
Somebody
people.
just need to do it the right way, man, and the right.
It's all about how the video's done. It's all about how the quality is with the actual tune, where you're recording it, who's mixing it, who's mastering it, all that stuff, and what the beat's like and all that. So everything needs to all come together. Do you know what I mean? And one tune you'll write bars, and then you'll think of a tune, you'll get a beat. Just hope that the beat and the tune works together. Obviously, you try and find one that works together as best as you can, but it's all about what everybody else thinks. Do you know what I mean? So if the majority thinks all these things clash together, and then you've got a tune that can go.
Aye, viral,
Exactly,
man.
man.
That's what I'm hoping Tenerife is, man. To be honest, because it's got.
Mate, just the visuals, because he obviously sent me it, and I watched it, and I was like, fuck me, man. Like, and I'm glad to see Cunts of Scotland up in the game with the production.
That's what it is.
I think like that's what I felt like with podcasts as well. A bit. I was just like, I want to see ones that are like look as good as the ones in fucking America or England, or like we need to like.
We all need to up our game,
Aye,
innit, man?
definitely.
Like everybody needs to fucking.
Just need to embrace yourself. I mean, obviously within rap, it's maybe no with the Scottish accent. It's not really went out there. But I mean, look at the Proclaimers, Las Vegas, Jerry Cinnamon,
Lewis Capaldi, mate. He liked my fucking. He liked Rising. He liked Rising, mate. Know what I mean?
But these guys they're singing and performing in their own accent. And they don't need to change it.
It just needs to be good enough to break through that mould, that initial mould.
Jerry Simon's one of the best, isn't he?
There's certain things as well. It's like people jump on and they'll use like proper slang. Like what I try and do is I try to tone it down, not like a lot, but a wee bit.
Neutralise it a wee bit.
Instead of like saying what, you say what or something. Things like that. Do you know
But you don't need to go totally that way.
The main thing is, I think I just try to branch out of where you are first. Get as many people around you in the city and the country behind you first before you try and branch out. Obviously, if there's people out with there that already listen to our music, then that's good enough. Do you know what I mean? That's already good as it is. But I think you need to get where your faith first on board before you start trying to branch out.
I think our accent is different and all, but I think that, mate. Do you know that? See, when I listen to people from Glasgow, I sound different.
It's like, but I can't.
That's a Coatbridge accent.
I can't pick out what it is, but you can just tell. You're like,
it's a bit more proper spoken. That's what it is, mate. They speak with a bit more of like a fucking Neddy accent. You know what I mean?
No, you're right. You're actually right.
But
you're right.
We speak more a bit more
That's
proper,
interesting.
man. It's like
I find
mad.
a few things by listening to it. People for Coatbridge would say I'm not happy with it. Like NUT, not. I've spoken to Miz about it, I know.
Right.
I'm alright, mate.
Is Miz for Coatbridge?
Aye.
I say he never said my thing. I said in Vanguard, I'm like, he followed me, and I didn't.
Miz, come on,
Big Miz, he followed me, mate. He followed me, and I followed him back, and I went like, I'm not a shy guy, mate. I'm like, brother, can you share this? Because I know that I need to get seen off a wider audience. I sent it to fucking Chris Biggs and all, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, listen, can you share this, mate? You know what I mean?
Might just fucking
But
well.
he's seen it, mate, and he never answered that. He patched it, mate. He actually patched it, mate. You know what I mean? Fuck's sake, man. I don't get patched much these days, mate.
Phone him, mate. Fuck it.
Phone him now,
He's in Barcelona for Primavera.
Aye, that's well, listen, he's maybe a bit more important things than sharing Specksy singing.
Here,
always takes 2 seconds.
I want to do something we ask people to send us their best would you rathers, right? So why don't we do a few of them?
Right, okay.
And then we can go for there, right? So
okay.
I've got the first one, right? Molly Morgan wants to know, Everyone thinks you shagged your cousin, but you didn't, or actually shagged them, but nobody knows.
Mate, I'm for fucking Speckside, man. I think cunts down there are already shagging their cousins anyway. That's normal down there. Should have thought, aye, mate. You throw a brick in Speckside, you hit your cousin in the head. That's what they say. Mate, I've got about 150.
Here, can we? We can just no get an answer.
Mate, I've got about 150 cousins in the one side of the family, mate.
you've already
all for
shagged one,
Speckside, mate.
Surely one could take
No. I'm telling you, mate. I've got a cousin that's on one side of the family and a cousin that's the other side of the family, and they've both got away in. I mean, they ain't related, but they're both related to me. It's like that.
Mad.
It's because there's so many cunts in the one. Know what I mean? It's like,
Whoa, that's a big, massive family.
right, my granny's got 11 wains. My great granny Shirley, 11 wains, and there's like fucking 5 generations, mate.
That's mad.
The Muir family, do you know
No,
what
it's not Muir, mate. That's just my dad's. That's just my dad's side. He's a prick. I don't talk to him, mate. But I talk to my dad's. Like obviously she's passing on. My dad's mom's side, and I've got my mum's side, my mum's dad's side. But it's my mum's dad's side that's the biggest, man. Like fucking the Boyles, man. That's my papa's name, and that's like there's hundreds of his, man. And I've just got all our cousins. Oh my, it's crazy,
So,
mate.
are you going to shag one of them?
No.
No. Because what I'm saying is, mate, nobody will know. Nah, I think personally I'm going to say I'll just take everybody thinking I did because
you know you're selling it. Fuck what everybody.
because I have already. So so I'm just is that we all agreeing on that?
No, I agree.
Joseph, shag your cousin. That's disgusting, man. Nah, pass. Fucking hell. Right. Finlay Holtz, who, by the way, this guy messaged me saying he ended up my Gaff you when he was like 14. You got me his first ever kiss, and he said you were the soundest cunt ever.
What? Shut up. What? No, wait, I've been
play the voice note.
I've been about the place, mate.
Listen to this voice note. Mate, I got sent this and he said he said there's a picture of you, right? And he couldn't.
Finlay Holtz, I don't know.
Listen to this, right?
Show me the picture.
So I shared Vanguard and he replied, I went to a gaff with him and he got me my first winch. I was 14 and I genuinely thought he was a god.
What the fuck? Wasn't it me, winch, was it? Maybe I'm a mad beast.
He parted me 14.
Was I 14?
Listen.
Hope you're 14.
Actual party was for a boy in my year was from Coatbridge. He came to our school because he was deaf. Fenwick.
I know him. Aye.
He invited me, and I was like, "Oh, I'll come." And I brought one of my pals. And
The Hang Charlotte Toll Centre.
Like pretty much like I didn't know him there, and he was just like one of the soundest cunts ever, and was just chatting away to me for like the entire night. I've got a full. But I can't, I know.
Charlotte Toll Centre, mate. That's what it'll be, mate. Right, we used to have parties in Coatbridge all the time, mate. Every weekend. Do you know what I mean? All the big groupies and that, man.
That's insane. Mate, how funny is that?
Mate, I'm fucking globally known, mate. I'm telling you. Specksy's known.
Pitbull's not got a fucking look in.
I walked by, that's what I'm saying when I messaged you, I walked by in the folk, man, and I'm like, I knew it, and I'm like, I got him talking to him because he's going to know me soon, but I just got him break the ice out. I know it might look a bit busy, I was like, nah.
He's got the face and all, but mate.
I haven't noticed it's like you know Specksy when you see him and that and all and I've got a pure indicative or whatever you say face. It's a face that you just know, not forget.
I'll do another one more, right? And then I want to hear some stuff.
The rap.
Here's some stuff.
The raps. The raps a bit. You got the stuff? I was bringing the bag. The bag of weed.
A3.
Aye.
This is my life story. I was fucking born. Then I was 1. Then I was 2.
Then Coatbridge.
Let's give the next one.
Would you rather? Right, let's just pick one. I'm not going like incestual again, man.
No. What is it? We constantly want to shag them.
I'm just going to tell you what it is, but we don't need to answer it. James Millerick, your mother will be ashamed when she hears this. Would you rather watch your parents have sex every time they do it, or join in once?
What is actually happening in his house, mate? What the fuck, mate?
That's pure you're sitting in the house, you're playing the Xbox, and you get a shot in your door, right?
Right, it's time.
We're gone.
Aye, it's time to get your ass off that.
I told you, Peter.
Dad's going to pump me. Get your ass off that.
Move out, hit the streets.
Aye, mate, I'd be a homeless bum. That's man.
This is a fucked one. Right, so this is the last one. The_Hunter_Mitchell wants to know: have whatsits for fingers or have an orgasm every time you walk through a doorway?
Orgasms all day
His
They
fingers.
take me orgasms all day long.
The pure breaks it. Couldn't he pick it up? What? What did that mark out your
Singeing the Watsits, man.
No way.
Aye, they reform. I don't even know what that question is.
The orgasm.
I've just got an orgasm so I can at least fucking walk through a door, mate. If I haven't got Watsit fingers, I can't even open my door.
Good feeling,
Can you
constant.
open the door with your WhatsApp?
What is that
Just wear dry
question,
nights or
mate?
something like that, like mad paper pants or something.
Oh, what the fuck is that question,
That's
mate?
madness.
I don't know, man. I don't know what.
That shit is funny,
There's another one.
man.
Shag 2 people with the combined age of 30. What ages you picking?
Somebody asked me this earlier. I put a question out.
Aye, somebody asked
What did you say? You can't,
I
really.
just said I don't smoke. What else you meant to say?
I just honestly, somebody's.
That's a dirty.
I said to him, somebody's trying to get you,
Sometimes
mate.
there's no right
Somebody's
answer.
out to get you. Was it the same cunt?
No,
No, this is like a wide known thing, mate. Aye. It was on like a mad famous podcast, and like some cunt got asked it, and they were just like, and they went to say something, they're like, no, and then they realised there's like no.
As if it was like, no, aye,
The cunts asking that question should be fucking.
aye, fuck
Well,
the
the
ones
ones
he
who
should
should
be
be
asked the
asked
question,
disgusting,
mate.
Let's get them in and ask them. James Maverick and his mum and dad coming in. They fucking explain what's going on,
Aye,
mate.
what is happening in the Maverick household?
Unbelievable, man. But look, troops, here, we've done 2 hours, 15 minutes. This is the longest we've ever done with a guest.
Yes, let's get the raps going then.
So I think if you, right, what do you want to do? Like, you've got beats, you want,
I've
would you?
got a free beat you could put on, mate.
Right, aye, do that then, do that.
I know, aye. What have you got? Have you got the anything?
Aye, mate, I'll just do it. I've got a couple of bars I've been working on, man, the last week, mate. It was perfect timing, bro.
Is it on YouTube?
I've been practicing a wee one. This is something I'm going to be bringing out soon, innit, man, and on a mixtape, innit? Fuck it, we'll go for it. Like a slow one here, so not your usual. Listen.
You killed this one!
Selling weed from 14, something like Mike. Dog hash and carry, I got about on my bike, on my feet all day. I was fucking up my Nikes, I'm in the back like I'm Virgil van Dijk. Mean the bro's still tight, on the graft all night. I'm a work all day, so tomorrow's alright. I'm a do 'em on site, I'm a scheme boy, nightmare dream boy, cocaine weed boy, I get what you need. I started off with nothing, got a family to feed, I'm trying to grow. Every flower always started as a seed. I should rent a flat and fill it up with weed. It don't matter where you're from, the same colour when you bleed. Listen, I got a message on my Insta. Mike said we got a link, I'll bring the weed in a Rizzler. I'm a smoker, ever since I had my daughter. I prefer to be a loner, I'm sure that her daddy can do it. I can show you real pain, cause I've really been through it. I can paint you a picture, I can show you through my music. I've been certified, I couldn't really care about a blue tick. Cause I've changed now. I've put the bags and the scales down. Used to weigh pounds, now I'm turning shit around. I'ma do it for my daughter so I can walk her to the playground. Come on. Yes.
One take Specs.
Yes, one take, my boy, man. It's a bit deeper. You'll see that in an you'll see that in an EP soon.
I don't think I've ever sat and watched somebody do that well.
Aye, just like fucking. That's still a work in progress. We've not recorded it yet, man.
In fact, I
It'll
did
be a
like
wee-
Kaz Milligan was in here rapping.
Oh, I seen a wee bit of that. In fact, I seen a bit of that. Aye, was that wasn't as high a standard as that.
You know.
That was class, bro.
Cheers, brother. I'm looking forward to yours now.
Think about doing a mixtape, I take it, aye.
Aye, bro, I need to get. Do you know what I mean? I'm just one thing at a time, bro. Couple of videos, man. Couple of podcasts. Couple of fucking shows, and then next thing is the album, man. It would the much awaited Specksy album, man.
Album already there.
Aye, top one, bro. Perfect.
Yes.
Right, let's get it. Good stuff. Let's go.
Good, man.
There we go, they are banging. Yo, yo, yo. Reilly's Gaff podcast, Benny T, Specksy boy. Come on. Look. What's happening? What you up to? WD-40, now I'm no rusty, pen game set, get a bagger down quick, these cunts all chasing them hits like a junkie. At bad, but it's clear that they're only. Now money on smoke cold turkey. Can't talk in a kid, man, I'm keeping shit cool. What a fridge, don't care what I can say. They don't get this, leader won't let slip. Getting my piece to the pie, no Memphis. Shooting at a kid and it's getting deflected. Killing ever, I'm doing what I expected. No Reese's, but I got PCs. All about putting them together like Tetris. Toxic pals in the past to get rid. And it's like only bras that I'm left with. Let's check this, flop, perfect this. No take over anybody, let's sepsis, THC in their lungs infected. Patch my job if a man gets tested. Right now, man, I barely make peace, but I got my mates in 28 G's, and I make there is no cunt better than, and I make there is no cunt better than me. That's who, me, Benny Boy T. I get Shelly on beat, not ready for the heat, mate. Heat wave, know that I kill when I'm putting it. I snip it in a what and I release date. A game, bring it in a beat, I'll spin it, go mad when I step there. What it like T-Wayne puff, then I'm passing that backlit relays. Always smash, no wonder I sleep late on the graph till I got no weekdays. But I'm coming for it all, a sweepstake. Come to the place, you can bet I'm gonna be late. Pot he pro smoke, hunters are a week, mate. Want smoke, so give me that one. Benny Boy T, I'm not giving one fuck. Get down, switch round, picking that up. G-Town, rip proud, I'm the best of the bunch. I'm kicking up a storm with newness, picking up a mic, kill shit, man. I do this, killing this shit. Let's crew fix BT, man. I soon blow, could the fuse lit, but I don't need to prove shit. Cause your boys for real, let Joy Boy join them. Roaming these streets with a fatty in home weekend and a gaff, I'm probably gone. It's G-Town, bitch, man. I rip that shit till my team's gone global. Big bang in the town, sure noble. Bro, got my sound mastered like vocals. Got me a spliff, one hand and a whip and an eye hang, man. I'm riding solo. Still see me on your streets like Yodo. Still see me on your, hey. Got them on things that a yo-yo, better than me or the team that's a no-no. Got my family, got my G, still taking the back roads, dodging a popo. Wake up, then I go, gonna smell bud when Benny T enter. Got dog, got haze, got cheddar, sitting on stocks like Jordan Belfort. More cash, more hash, so the joints get packed, so the joints get fat, get smellier. Won't see me in a coat, but still I got a bat in my hand like Roger Federer. Start with a dog, no terrier, crops no editor, no competitor. Can't touch this kid like a predator, too much heat like I got me a temperature. Get around like a seminar, but I just boss this thing in the regular. Glasgow to Edinburgh, stepping up, man. I touch mic each time, man. I level up, man. I can't get enough. Bar for bar, wait, any cunt rip by a teammate, no one ahead of us. Any day at any month, getting up throughout the day, talk many bunts. Man, I run through many of the reefer, come through heavy in the speaker. Man, I didn't want to know about the kid, but now they all holler at Benny for a feature. When I touch mic, lights out, anesthesia. Food in a box like pizza. Still stand proud, steamy in the streets, where I do, and a cheeser. Hey. Thank you, Chris.
Fucking unbelievable, troops. Look, we need to wrap it up, man. We've done 2 hours, 23 minutes. This is the longest we've ever done, guests. Two legends of the game. Where can cunts find you? Just tell them.
YouTube, Benny T GLA on Instagram. One quick thing before we go on we've got a wee announcement. We've got a show for 12.50 coming up on the 1st of July. Me and your boy Specksy.
Yes.
You've got a lot
15 of the best artists in
you've
Scotland.
got a lot of good artists.
Where is it?
It's through Edinburgh.
It's like a mix of the fucking. They're trying to choose the best, but obviously they're missing a few names, bro. There's some names missing, so don't worry about that.
But you've got a lot of big names in there, man. So it's going to be a belter. So get your tickets for that as soon as it's like promoted and all that.
Oxy Clinic and all.
Oxy the legend, mate. Glasgow legend, mate. Glasgow's finest.
But AI, find me at Instagram, Specksy Music, YouTube, Specksy Music. Get the new Snapchat up if you're needing the fucking at the weekend, man. Specksy77. That I'm saying. I lost my Snapchat, mate. I lost my Snapchat. 10 year, mate. 10 year, mate. I had fucking every cunt on that, mate. 10 year, mate. They've got us down, so fucking.
Rest in peace.
But R.I.P, man.
Rest in peace to Specksy Snapchat, but get a new one.
Fucking unbelievable, troops.
Thank you very much.